Welcome, everyone. I am Daniel, your host, the Mirror Sphere Origins, and this is Nathan, my editor and co-host, and also my co-writer. I guess, yeah, co-writer of the Mirror Sphere Origins. Hello, everyone. How's it going?
What's up, guys? So, what do you want to talk about first?
Just a second. I gotta send this out real fast. All right, there we go. I'll put this in fourth real quick. Well, yeah, there we go. All right. So that was sending out some invites and posting some stuff on Twitter. How is everyone doing today? And the cat just did something crazy. All I hear is boom, and the cat was like on the ground. Jesus. Anyways, how is everybody going today? How's your Saturday night going? For all those, my sound coming in good. There's no like weird.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Okay. I did one video in my videos, and like someone's like, "Dude, your sound sucks in this video." I was like, "What?" I went back and looked. Yeah, it was. There was something in the background that was freaking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Grab your cup of coffee, grab whatever you need. I'll be drinking right now, but I have no ice left.
Beer.
Oh, nice. I don't have ice left, and I don't drink beer really. Beer just doesn't do anything for me. And I don't know. I gotta drink hard stuff. I got my Jack and stuff, and my Kraken in the freezer running ice. But if you can see, I rearranged a little thing bit of my office. I decided I was gonna. We're getting ready to start boxing up as much stuff as possible so we can start getting some of the house redone. So I boxed up most of my action figures. Put it up there, boxed up there. And I decided to put my books out instead. So I put some of my books stuff up in here. And there's our book right there. And there's Kai's book. And some others. Got some of my stuffies up there. Like, of course, everybody knows the Mauler. And Rags. And I can't wait to get the F&T crew getting their freaking stuff out so I can get all theirs. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the action figures kept getting knocked down because my kid would be like shake the thing, like Ash would constantly, and it would. And I was like, screw! I'm just gonna box them out so they don't get broken or anything because I would hate for some of those cool. But I was before you called me and said what I was up to. I was almost done with Ripa's Isam episode, comic book number 1, first volume ever. Definitely look it up. Get it. I will share the website and stuff. For those who don't know about Ripa, he's a new indie comic book creator. He started his own business. He put like I think 200,000 of his own dollars into a pretty much his own business now. And he made over. I think it was like the ending was like $3,700,000 he made off this comic. This art is fucking awesome. I'm probably gonna get me a shirt, maybe a poster or something. But yeah, so far the story has been just fucking awesome. I love I like the old hero look. Like if you can't see Nathan, like You can look at it like it's very old school heroes. It brings back like like the 90s and stuff like that. Freaking sick ass superheroes and stuff. Here, I'm gonna put this out in Twitter too. Oh, there we go. So if anybody wants to join in, I'll put the invite out to the group chat that I'm in. All right. So we're gonna do a couple things. I think we'll save House of Dragon for last. Have you heard about the new Mario movie, Nathan?
Mario movie? No.
Yeah, there's a new Nintendo has partnered with, I can't remember who it was, but it's an animation studio, and they're bringing the new Mario to life, like an animation. It's not like live action, thank God. I'm so sick of live actions. They're coming with an animation, like a pretty intense animation. So I'm going to share that first. We're going to go over that, and then I'm going to go over that first, and then I'll share some stuff. Some congratulations news to Shadowversity. He's been killing it with his graphic novel that he's been doing of his novel. So we're going to go over that too. And then we will look over Rippaverse, Rippa's website real quick, show you guys off that. And then we're going to talk about what we want to talk about, House of the Dragon, and what we think of it so far. And it's got like what? I don't know how many episodes are left, but my God, this show is fucking good. So fucking good. Like, I was worried last episode. I was like, oh no. I don't know what these new actresses, but they fucking killed it this last episode.
Episode really good.
Yeah, the last episode fucking impressed me. I was like, all right, I'm into this. They fucking blew me away. So I'm like, yeah. I like that fucking Rings of Power shit. The last episode they just came out with was fucking utter garbage. It was way like they literally the episode before they all got like pretty much they should have got killed. They should all be dead. But they're like, nah, they survived. They just all get up and they're all covered in like Cheeto dust. That's fucking dumb. So yeah, so we're gonna do this real quick. We'll start.
Yeah, I stopped watching Rings of Power, so I don't know.
I stopped watching, but I've been watching the reviews and the breakdowns, and like just I can't believe how shitty that show is. It's like beyond belief that they spent that much money on that utter garbage. Because I don't know where that money went. Because there's no way it went toward the show. They're already starting season 2. It was fast tracked into development. You know why? Because the show sucks. They're hoping that they can fix it in the second season. And if the second season bombs as hard as the first season, I don't think this thing's going to get a third season. I think Bezos going to pull or he's going to fire everyone, bring in a new team.
It depends on what they mean by bomb, because it depends on how many views that they were hoping to get.
Well, they're claiming they got over 1 million people viewing it, but they can always be lying. But what I've heard from the backgrounds is Bezos and all those people are fucking pissed at this show, because what they want is this show to beat House of the Dragon, and their numbers are just dropping, skyrocketing. And House of Dragon's first episode, they're about the same, but then House of Dragon's going up. Like every episode, it's getting more and more and more views, like by the thousands. And Bezos is pissed because his is just each episode. And each episode, as soon as the episode's done, fucking people come on Twitter and go online, they just rip it to shreds. And so they're doing like, they have those assholes on fucking Twitter, the Twitter bots. Even I got in arguments with the fucking Twitter bots, and they're like, "This show is fantastic. You're just a fucking blah blah blah. Stop being a hater. Let us enjoy it." And I'm like, if you enjoy it, why do you care what if I hate it?
Nearly.
If I could tear it apart this easy that it makes you pissed at tearing it apart, maybe it's as shit as you think it is.
So it's nearly 100 million people have watched The Rings of Power.
Yeah, no, I highly doubt that. No, no, I don't believe that for a fucking second. All right, let's do this real quick. All right, this actually looks pretty good. I was a little bit worried about them because it's Nintendo. It's a Mario movie. We've all seen freaking Mario movies before, but look, watch. This is the Nintendo Direct. Let's see if I can't skip to the actual.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
Chris Pratt
As we
talking.
previously mentioned, in today's Nintendo Direct, we'll reveal the first trailer.
All right.
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
Open the gates!
I fucking love the penguin.
That is but a taste of our fury. Do you yield? I do not.
Okay, if you don't know who Bowser's, the voice of Bowser is, right? Jet Black. He's the voice of Bowser. And then they have Chris Pratt is the voice of Mario. So, pretty good so far.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me? What is this place?
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Mushroom
I love
Kingdom,
Toad.
here we come.
All right, so you got Charles Day, Anna Taylor-Joy. I don't know who that is. Keegan Michael Key. I know who that is. Seth Rogen. Ugh, I think of Seth Rogen. Ugh. Fred Armisen. I hate Seth Rogen. Sebastian. I don't know. I can't say the name. Charles.
I don't know who Seth Rogen is, so.
I do. He's a so-called comedian, but he's like, I don't like him. Fucking douchebag. I do like Luigi though. Fucking Luigi's awesome.
I want to thank all.
All right. Well, we won't go into the whole breakdown thing. Oh, look, my author page. I'll do this real quick. Self-promotion. If you have not known, me and Nathan have put out a book. I am the main author. He is my editor and help design. I don't know what to call it. Help writer, I guess. He helped me figure out how to write it, how we put it together, and all that stuff. So this is our book, the first of its kind, first of its series. We will be coming out with more. I am about to start my second book, probably next couple weeks, hopefully. I really wanted to get a lot more money into the first book before I really started the second one, but you know, it's a first book from a brand new author, so we get what we get. And if it keeps selling, great. If it doesn't, then it sucks. But who knows? Maybe when the second book hits, people actually enjoy it so much that they'll. You never know. One day it will become big. And if you have got my book, I beg you, please put a review either on Amazon or on wherever you got the book. Try to see if they have a review section, because I need reviews to help promote my book. Because if you don't know, Amazon and other websites, they won't promote your book unless they have reviews. And right now I'm sitting at no reviews yet. So please, I beg you, please leave some reviews so it'll hit the algorithm of their whatever, and it'll start getting to the promotion cycle, so people can actually see it who may not see my videos. So thank you. And I am in the process of trying to get it into the local bookstore area. We shall see how that goes apart. One of them has gotten back to me, the other one hasn't, and I am talking with the local Writers Guild, but I don't know if I really want to join them or not. It matters like there's any kind of requirements or anything, then I might tell them to go to hell. But thank you, everyone. So stop on that for now. And yeah, so what do you think of the Mario one? A lot of people online are not liking
Mama.
Eden. Oh, Eden's awake. Hi, Eden.
Mama. Mama.
Oh, poor Eden. What is in your background? Wait, no, that's fine. Never mind. It's like, what the hell is that background? Seeing like a face pop around. It looks like it's popping around your door there, but it's actually the background. What's the street? I was like, what the fuck is that? So that's like he had like a mannequin or something back there, like. But yeah. But anyways, so yes, yeah. What did you like? A lot of people online are they have problems with Chris Pratt being Mario because they don't like the voice. They think it sounds too much like Chris Pratt and not like, you know how Mario sounds like to me, Mario, you know, something like that, very high pitched. And because it doesn't sound like that, they're not very happy with it. But if that's the worst they can come up with, is it doesn't really sound. But I think the animations look amazing.
Hold on. Eden, come here.
Oh, she crying?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Eden.
What are you doing? Why are you crying? You want to hang out with Dada? Huh? You want to spend time with Dada?
Oh, poor Eden.
You can hang out with me. You want to play Legos? Okay. You can play Legos.
Poor Eden. Hi, Eden. How are you doing?
Yeah, a little tower going, huh?
Yeah.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know, it's just,
I'm just glad Asher's still asleep.
in
Asher
the
passed
last
out, like-
couple days, so she hasn't seen me in a couple days, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Eden. No, like Asher passed at like 8 o'clock. I'm like, thank God he's staying asleep right now. Please stay asleep.
It's okay. Okay, just play. You can play. You know, why don't you put those down? You can put those down and play.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, poor Eden.
What are you doing?
I know being a father's tough. You just have one right now, but soon to be 2. I have 5.
Yeah, I don't want 5. I don't want anywhere close to 5. I don't know. I don't even think I want 3.
Wow, you didn't want 2 either, so
I didn't say I didn't want 2. I
My
said
milk.
you didn't want 1.
your milk is gone.
Yeah.
You want more milk? Are you wanting more milk?
No.
Oh, kids are they're cute. So cute.
Sure.
Especially when you only have 1 and she isn't completely destructive like my kids. Oh, God. I was watching this video on Facebook earlier. It was hilarious. This guy was up on a roof and his wife is like in a bathing suit for some reason, sweeping leaves. And every time she'd sweep
I
him, he
saw
was up
that.
on the roof. He's
I
like
don't know
dumping
why
him
she's
off.
in a bathing suit. I was so like, what the heck?
I don't know why she was in a bathing suit either. It was kind of weird, but I think it was
I saw that meme,
hilarious.
though.
I
I
was
saw your meme.
laughing so hard because like she was getting so frustrated. It was great because he would dump the leaves. Every time she turned her back, he'd drop like leaf piles into the ground. She didn't know he was up there. I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is just like being a father. This is what I feel like with my kids. I clean a room, I leave that room, I start cleaning another room. I get that room done. I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I go back, and I literally walk like an hour later. I walk around the corner, and the other room that I just cleaned, it gets shit all over it. And the kids are like, "Wasn't me." I'm like, oh yeah. Especially wife works late nights, so she's a night nurse, so she's gone all night, sleeps most of the day because just to catch up with all the freaking sleep, and then she's got to work the next night, and then she never has time to do anything else really. So it's pretty much me taking care of them and taking care of the house. So guess what's happened when you're a stay-at-home dad? Try to do YouTube and write a book all at the same time. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll talk real quick. We'll cover. We did that one. We'll do the self-promotion, or not self-promotion, but promotion real quick of this person who I'm a big fan of. His name is what is his name? It's Shadowversity is his YouTube channel. Chad. Yeah, Chad, I believe is his name. Yeah. Oh, Shad. Sorry. Shad from Shadowversity. Chad. His name is Shad. But I want to congratulate on him. But they have made $279,000 so far. They have over 2,608 backers of his his Indiegogo, which is his book now being turned into a graphic novel. As you can see, you get Superfan bundle, $500. You get the ebook. You got the novel ebook. I believe I backed the hardcover novel pick. No, I got the double one. But I believe I got the hardcover one. Where is it? Maybe I did. I might not have. I might have got the softcover one. Whoops. I think I got the softcover one. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. But I got one of each. One of his actual novel and one of his actual graphic novel. Because I had the audiobook right now. And I really wanted to get the actual novel. And it's really good. His book is fantastic. Think of it like the main character in your book is actually one of the most evil people that ever existed. And pretty much, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who's never read his book, but pretty much something happens in the book, and he's an old man at the beginning of the book. Something happens. He reverts back to his younger self, like when he was in his prime. And now he's got to figure out what he's going to do. And he realized the whole world hates him because he was, Shadow of the Conqueror. He was the conqueror in his time. He conquered. He was merciless and he murdered people by the thousands. It was, think of the worst. Think of Hitler, horrible, but he actually wins. And then becomes a young guy again, and the whole world he gets overthrown in the book. It's before the book pretty much starts, and he's been hiding out. But that's all I'm going to say so far because I want people to actually go out and read this book. But the book is fucking good, and he's got to live his life, and he meets people he's victimized. He's met people who actually beat him. He gets to meet people and they all believe he's the son. In the book, they believe I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anymore. But yeah, it's really good. You definitely got to see it. You definitely got to read it. And the art is by let's see if I can think of it. His name is Mike S. Miller. Yeah, Mike S. Miller is the artist. I want to look at these freaking comics. I think those look good. The freaking Game of Thrones ones look pretty interesting. But yeah, he's got some really cool ones. He's also got leather bound. If people really want their leather bound, that's $199 for each. I want a leather bound, but I'm pretty sure my wife would kill me, especially a signed one. I would like to get a signed leather bound. That'd be fucking awesome. Who knows? One day, if I ever go to Australia, I can. If he's got his, because Shadowverse, he's also working on creating his own like medieval, like fantasy themes. I guess I would call it a theme park over in Australia. He wants to build like castles and stuff to like actual castles, like back when they did. He wants to throw like actual like night events, and you get to go around like in a medieval theme park. And so far, he's got the land for it right now. It looks really beautiful. So we'll never know when he gets it done. I'll definitely go to Australia and go visit. It'd be cool. If I ever see him, I'll definitely bring my book so like he can sign it. Because I would love to, especially I would love to be able to get him on the channel or get on his channel or something, just talk freaking shop, like how, world building and what it's like to come up with your own book and like mine, Miniature Origins, Darkness Rises. How we go back and actually start creating our world. What was in his mind? How did he? I would love to just get into his mind for a while. Who knows? Maybe one day when we're not like a small time YouTuber, but who knows? But yeah, he's doing really good. I backed it, and I know other people have, and I'm hoping he does really good. He's already maxed out 279% of what he wanted, so I hope it keeps growing. I hope this becomes like 500, 600,000. Dude deserves it. Million. Hope this guy hits 1 million. Kids being loud back there. Just give me a second. Just bullshit for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. So, guys, how's everybody doing tonight? Not sure how many people are on or watching, but if you are, chat and I'll talk about some stuff. I would also like to know what your guys' thoughts are on Rings of Power versus the House of Dragon. House of Dragon, I think, is a much, much better TV show. But what are your guys' thoughts?
See?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It looks nice. Good job, Eden. Sorry, my daughter is showing me pictures of some of the drawings she is making.
Yeah, I'm back.
There's that. Yeah, I don't know much about the Shadow Conquer. Never read the book or the.
You should try to give it a try. Hey, when my book gets here, I'll bring it over to you one of these times and let you read it.
All right.
Or you can back it.
There are colors. There are colors. Yellow.
Huh?
It's all colors.
Yeah, you got all the colors out.
Yeah.
Where are you supposed to?
Yeah.
No,
It's gone.
you're only supposed to have 4 colors out.
Yeah.
And how many do you have out? All of them.
Yeah.
Better than my kids. My kids are like, oh, look, new pencil things. I'm like, ugh. Oh, kids. But yeah, he's doing really well. I'm really happy for freaking Shad.
That does was
Shad Brooks.
help you. That does help you markers.
You want that to help to put markers away?
Yeah.
You can bring them here?
All right.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Also, if you want to check out his thing, it's link in the description. I have him. I have Agrippa's website, and I have well, my book also is in the description below. So if you want to check out any of these people's stuff, just look in there.
And please buy our book.
Yes, please buy our book.
And put a review. I don't care if it's a bad review. I don't care if it's a good review. Just put a review.
Yeah. If you hate it, please let me know why you hate it.
Yeah, if you hate it, put a review as to why you hate it. Don't just like put 1 star or something.
Yeah. Well, you can vote 1 star, but at least leave it like why you hate it.
Yeah, you can put
Any
1 star.
criticism, we love criticism because it would really help me grow as a writer. So definitely, if you got any criticism, if you got any positives, and whatever, leave a review.
Yeah.
Get our book because we need
If
to
you really
see
like
some
the base
feedback.
story, but you think our reading or our writing is kind of that's fine too. Yeah.
You never
The
know.
story, I
Writing
think the
sucks.
story is great. Please know that this is like probably the first version of the book. We might put out some more later. I don't know.
Yeah, if we make
did
enough
not
money
have-
off this, we can
Yeah,
hire an
we
actual
didn't have
editor
enough
next
money
book.
to hire an editor on this book, unfortunately.
Yeah. But we did well. We did what we could, and hopefully the people liked it. But yeah, check that out. And then we have the biggest announcement: the man, the myth, the legend, Young Rippa, and his Rippaverse is now out. He has been sitting it. I got mine, as I showed before. This is my comic. He's number 1. I didn't get it signed because I want to actually have him sign it in person one day. If I ever get to go to one of the meetups and he's there, I wanted to bring it with me so that he can sign it then, because I really want to get it signed in person. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Young Rip is killing it. Shadowverse is killing it. He made, let's see the actual campaign numbers. He had made 3,737,000. That is fucking awesome. ISM number 1. This is your chance, guys. This is your chance to get the first number 1 volume of a brand new comic. Well, you never know. One day this might be like a Spider-Man, issue 1. You know how much that would be fucking worth right now? But yeah, I like it so far. I'm about 90% done with the book. I'll be finishing it soon, and then I'll do a review over it. I will release a review over this comic. I still got to do Kai's review soon. I got to finish that book. I'm about 80% done with this book, and I can release my Kai review. I think I already did an Amazon review over
Just
this
send
book.
Kai one of our books so he can review it.
I don't know if I did or not. I'll have to look. But he also might have got it anyways. But yeah, I definitely want to get the hat, and I want to get a poster and a shirt soon, because he's got shirts, posters. You want the trading cards? He's got these massive trading cards. They're like this freaking big, like that big. These trading cards for $100. He's got a bunch of them. If you want to get that, it's still. I think everything's still for sale. So if you want it, he's sending things out. They've been sending out the things the last couple weeks, and it looks awesome. The book is fantastic. The packaging was fucking awesome, dude. I got the package, and it was like a book it was like a box in the box. It was a box, but oh my gosh, they did a good job with packaging. They made sure that everything was safe inside.
There you go.
I like it. I haven't seen any problems with it. There's no, stupid people on Twitter. I swear to God, there was some person like, oh my God, there's this little line that goes right down the freaking crease. How dare you? $40 book. Why is there this line? Oh, have you never picked up a book? That's your
book?
No,
No,
every
no,
book,
no.
any book. The crease that goes down the edge of the book. They're like, oh my God, this is worth $30. Look at this big problem right there. And they were they were trying to like attack his book because it's got like every book in history. It's got, the binding.
Let's fish you alone.
People like mocked the crap out of that first. It was great watching that on Twitter. It's like these Twitter fucking people are fucking stupid. He's been getting hate forever because how dare he, a black man, think for himself and challenge the big two, DC and Marvel, because that's his whole point. Is he wants to challenge the big two because they're releasing absolute trash. You want to see their Marvel's latest comic book trash fire? I will show you it. Give me 1 second. We'll move that for a second.
They're still releasing new comics. I thought they were just going off their own stuff.
Oh no, this is their latest thing. Look at this. See if I can increase this. Marvel has teamed up with Pfizer, and they released a comic about how you can get your vaccinations. Be like a superhero and vaccinate yourself.
What?
Yeah, like no shit. You see this? It's like, look at us. We're superheroes too. We got our vaccinations. We're doing our part.
Wow, these people are stupid, dude.
Oh, yeah. Like, that is what Marvel is selling. Fuck. Marvel died. When Stan Lee passed away, Marvel fucking died. That was the end. That was the death sentence to Marvel. Because after Stan Lee was gone and didn't have creative control over Marvel, there's nothing left. It's not worth anything. I don't even care about anything coming out of Marvel anymore. Except for Deadpool. Deadpool 3 is the only thing I was like, damn, oh yeah. Other than that, and they had to bring in freaking Fox characters to try to save the Marvel universe. It's good coffee. Oh, but yeah. Oh,
I'm drinking coffee at like 9 o'clock at night.
I could drink a whole Red Bull and go back to bed. Coffee ain't gonna do anything. So definitely check out Ripaverse. Check out Shadowversity's Indiegogo campaign. Check out our book. You know, just have fun, hang out, enjoy. Now we're here in a minute. We're gonna talk about House of Dragon.
Nope.
And what?
So yep.
Oh, you froze. You're like, I was like, what? Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about House of the Dragon. What episode is this now? It's like 7.
So I've been like trying to find reviews online.
With House of Dragon?
No. Of the Rings of Power thing. Every major reporter is trying to say that the Rings of Power is beating out the House of Dragon.
It's lies. There's no way fucking Rings of Power is beating a House of Dragon. That's bullshit.
Oh, there's a lot of stupid people, so.
Yes, but House of Dragon is better writing, and the viewership is going up while Rings of Power is going down. But Amazon has a lot of money. Got to remember that. They have a lot of money and a lot of money to put into certain people's pockets to make sure they give them certain reviews that slant a certain, they had that article came out that literally Amazon Studios cannot let this fail. Because if Rings of Power fails, the board of directors on Amazon are going to tell Bezos that Amazon Studios is worth having. If they say that, they may get rid of Amazon Studios completely. So Bezos has to have this become a success. So they'll do anything to make it sound like it's a success, which it's not. It's a fucking horrific show. If it wasn't even Lord of the Rings, it's still a bad show. But because they put that little name into their fucking thing, they made it way worse. Because they tried to tie this. They literally had an article recently that was attacking Peter Jackson's The Movies and being like, well, those are shit. You know, Chris
There's
hated
some
those.
people that actually think the Peter Jackson movies aren't good.
Well, Chris Tolkien didn't like them because he thought they didn't do the justice of the books. They made it too much of an action flick, and they didn't really do the full justice, which I kind of understand. There's a lot of things they left out that I think they wish they would have put them in the movies, but there's some that I'm like, yeah, there's no way they would have been able to put that in the movie. Like there's one, the Barrow Downs, where Frodo and those guys are all fucking naked. They've been stripped of all their gear by the undead. And pretty much by the end of that, they're literally they're dancing in the sunshine afterwards, butt ass naked. And yeah, I don't think that it went well in the movie theaters. Hey, Small Time Republic. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, so there's some things I understand why Peter Jackson didn't put him in, but he kept the spirit. He kept the soul of Tolkien in the movies. Though how they killed Sauron, I was totally against that because they should have let Sauron, become like in the end of Return of the King, if you read the books, he actually is he's pretty much like he leads a gang. They call him what do they call him? Snarky, Sparky, something like that. Maybe it was Sparky. And shows up, when they go back to the Shire, Sauron's there. He's pretty much wrecked the Shire with his little gangs, human gangs, and they got to put it back in there, which is pretty cool because, like, they really, in the end of the books, they really make Merry and I think the name Merry and Frodo, Merry, Pippin. They make Pippin and Merry really badass. And because they make the freaking hobbits look badass because like the humans are like mocking them. They're like, "What are you gonna do, little people?" And they're like, one gets shot in the like freaking neck or something with an arrow by a hobbit. No, fucking he dies. And like there's like 20 or 30 freaking like all the entire Shire rises up against them. So you got a bunch of like farmers who are now like carrying like picks and hoes and bows and arrows, and they pretty much rise up and they defeat the humans, these gangs and stuff, and they drive them out. And then Sauron dies at the end because he pretty much mocks what's his name, the ugly little dude that was his little snake, and he gets tired of him mocking him, so he stabs him in the back. And then Frodo's like sad because blood has actually been spilled in the Shire, which he was hoping not, because he didn't want people to die in the Shire. He's seen enough death. But the books are so good, so freaking good. I love listening to audiobooks. Every once a month I get the audiobooks. I just finished the Hobbit audiobook again for like the freaking 50th time. Because I freaking love them. Like, this is one of the things I love to just listen to. It's just my spare time or when I'm doing things. But yeah, I like the movies. I think they could have been better, but they freaking killed it. But this show you can't compare that show to fucking Peter Jackson's trilogy. No. That guy had not even half the budget, and he did just everything he did was so much more creative. The armor looked fantastic in the movies. The characters had great dialogue. The world looked realistic. You felt like you could be in there. Nothing was like cringy. There's so much cringe in the freaking Rings of Power. They put so much allegory crap in it, and fucking Tolkien hated allegory because it made things not timeless. It kept it to a certain point, and he didn't want that with his books. He wanted where you can look at any generation from hundreds of years from now, since that time, can still pick up a Lord of the Rings book and love his work. It's why he made it the way he did. It was a timeless masterpiece, a work of perfect art. Well, he would say it's not perfect, but what artist ever thinks his work is perfect? But literally is the greatest work of written literature we probably have in the last centuries. Couple centuries probably. And it was pretty much the foundation of the fantasy genre. There's so much is coming from him. Him. There's a couple that what was some of the authors better in that time? It was him, the guy who wrote the Narnia series. I can't think of his name right now.
Lucas or whatever his name is.
George Lucas? No, he didn't write.
No, not George Lucas. I'm sorry. Crap.
There's a couple of them, like
C.S. Lewis. That's what I was saying.
C.S. Lewis. Yeah, C.S. Lewis. Thank you. There's a couple of them that there's like jokes out there that they all sat around like at the same like lunch table, and they're like, "We'll pick a straw," and each straw represents a genre of writing. One's fantasy, one's a mythic, and one's sci-fi. And C.S. Lewis got like the mythical, and J.R. Tolkien got the fantasy, and the other guy got the sci-fi, and they all went and made like the masterpieces of their genre. Can't remember what was a sci-fi guy. God, what was his books? I used to know him, but I can't think of him right now.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I was talking to somebody that said that they were Tolkien Tolkien. I don't know.
Scholar. If they call themselves a Tolkien
Scholars.
scholar,
Yeah,
and they said the Rings of Power is great, fucking ignore them.
yeah. He's like, I'm a Tolkien scholar. I've read every Tolkien. I've studied Tolkien in college. I've done all this crazy stuff with Tolkien. I've been a fan for like over 60 years. I even know how to say Elven language.
Nice. Congratulations. But you sold your soul to Amazon for that sweet, sweet Amazon dollars. And like, there's one that's literally, it's called the Tolkien Professor. That dude's a fucking sellout. That dude's on Twitter. He gets access because Amazon gave him access to all the actresses and actors so they can interview him for his show. And he's one of the guys that was like, well, I was kind of nervous. And then they flew me out to England and I got to hang out with the stars, and I got to hang out with her. No, I think the show's going to be the greatest thing ever. And he's still out there praising the show. Like every episode, he's out there like, okay, I got some questions, but I think it was still a great episode. They really love their Tolkien. I'm just like, oh my God, this guy is like literally he exposed himself. The entire Tolkien like fan base told him to go fuck himself pretty much because like they all realize he's a sellout and they're like, go fuck yourself. You sold your soul for the access, so he can have access to his little. You got the Amazon sweet access, and he's fucking sold out, and everybody knows it. They called him out for it, and he's all butthurt because every time you call him out for it, he blocks you on Twitter. And it's like, dude, you sold your soul. Just admit it. Just be like, you know what? Yeah, I did. They gave me like a lot of money, and I sold out. They had one reviewer who was supposed to. He was supposed to go to England, and they were like about to get it, and he literally told them because he has it all on. Like he's got all the stuff, like all the emails and stuff. So he's got all the like receipts, and they told him straight up, if you expect me to give you a positive review. Just because you fly me out, think again, because I won't sell myself out. He's straight up. I'm gonna be honest, no matter what. And as soon as he told them that, they stopped contact. Amazon canceled him from to go to the trip. They pretty much they blacklisted him pretty much from doing anything. So that shows you what kind of people Amazon want. And they can go fuck themselves. Yes, my book is for sale on Amazon. I wish I didn't have to sell my book on Amazon, but that's the number one book marketplace in like around the world. So sometimes these, but you know, I'm not going to sell out. If Amazon ever came up to me, huh?
I don't hate Amazon. I mean, Amazon's a good company.
Well, some of it's good, some of it's fucking shit. The studio shit. Well, most of their studios are shit. Some of the people they hire are shit. Bezos is shit. But they could come up to me and offer me $1 million for the rights to my book. I tell them to go shove something up their ass. No, you're not getting the rights to my book. The only people my rights will go to after I die are my kids. I'm literally getting a lawyer to put this in writing. And it's literally like, if I die, my rights to my book go to my kids if they keep the original content secure. They can't sell anything. They cannot change anything. And if they try to, they lose all rights immediately. And they can never, ever get back. Means they get cut out permanently. Like if they're like, hey, I want I want that, you know, especially if it sells really well later on, like, you know, after I die or something, like 50 years down the road, all of a sudden my book goes freaking huge. And then, you know, millions of dollars get thrown into my IP. But the problem is they're going to have none of that if they try to change anything about my stuff. They'll get cut out. I have it, I'm literally going to put it, if everyone under me tried to sell my book or sell it to a company or try to sell rights or, you know, not protect the legacy of my writing, then it'll be locked into a safe forever where no one can ever buy the rights or make anything from it new. It will be locked away. That way it cannot be touched. I don't want anybody screwing. Like, I don't mind people making like fan flicks or stuff like that's fine. But if a company comes in like, hey, we would like to buy the rights, but we're not going to keep it to what you want, go fuck yourself. This is my book, my world. I created. If people want to come into my world, you better stick to what I created first. You could build onto it, make a character that you think would fit well into my story. It's fine. But if you try to change the freaking foundation of my story, fuck off. Permanently. If you try to go in the past of my book, like, hey, I want to do a prequel to his book. Okay. See, that's the problem with Tolkien is they tried to do that with Tolkien, but Tolkien wrote out his entire history of his book from the creation of his world to the end of the Third Age is in fucking writing. Everything.
Yeah. Everybody
everything he wanted.
Never finished all of his books.
Well, he didn't. He kind of didn't, but Chris finished what he wanted him to finish. Because of Silmarillion, he didn't finish that. And then Chris came and finished the Silmarillion for him. And Chris knew what his father wanted. So that's why I respect Chris, because he knew he loved his father. He loved the father work. Tolkien wrote it for Chris. That's why he wrote the book, is because he wanted to give his son, and he wanted to write something new. And he wanted dog. But he wanted to give something new to to the mythology and to England and stuff. But he really wanted to give something his son could really enjoy. And he did it, and it became freaking one of the world's biggest freaking written works of art. So I'm so freaking pissed at what they've done with Rings of Power. It's just such bastardization. It's such a load of shit because they made up so much shit, and they're like, it's because Tolkien. It's a book that Tolkien never wrote. Well, go fuck yourself, because if Tolkien didn't write it, you have no right to write it yourself, and then call it his. Because they're like, well, it's still in his work. No, it's not. You created something else, but it's only in name. You created some of the characters sound like him. One of the characters he has. That's it. So no, go to hell. Fucking whatever the fuck, J.J. Abrams fucking bad robot fucking company. This is them on them. They've done this with so many franchises so far. This is why people like Young Rippa, and so many else like us, Shadowversity, and so many others are creating new things because we're sick and tired of these people getting into our franchises that we love: Star Trek, Star Wars, freaking Doctor Who, Stargate soon. I'm really worried about Stargate because they had just announced that they're going to come on some new projects. I'm like, Stargate was my fucking Star Trek when I was growing up. Fucking off the Stargate. I don't want anything new. Stargate was fucking awesome. Please don't fuck it up. I hate. They say some bad reboot. Fucking assholes are getting into Stargate. It's fucking. Oh my god. They're like J.J. Abrams is getting eaten. Fucking Lord of the Rings now. They're destroying. Fucking. God, I can't keep their hands out of stuff and just leave it what it is. They're like, well, don't you want something new? No. We don't fucking need anything new. We love what's already been. Unless you can be treated with respect, get the fuck away from our shit. We will gatekeep. Fuck anybody who says gatekeeping is wrong. The gatekeeping is the only way we keep our stuff for next generations to enjoy it just like we did.
What do you mean by gatekeeping?
Pretty much it's like stopping people from being able to come in. It's like, keeping people out of the gate. Like, we don't mind people becoming fans of this thing, but if you come in, right now we have a lot of these people they come in, they're like, hey, we want to get involved in your group. And so they come to your group, you're like, okay, sure. You come to the group and you're like, I don't really like the way this thing goes. Why don't we change it? And most people are like, no. And they're like, well, I want it to change. And so they force it to change. And then the people that were in the group before, they're like, what the fuck? This isn't what we wanted. So they leave. And then that person goes, it's mine now. No, we need to tell them to go fuck off. Like, they come into if you're a fan and you come in, you're a fan of what was. You're not a fan of what is to become. So it doesn't need to change to your worldview to make yourself a fan. Because if it does, then get the fuck away from our fandom. Go be fans or whatever else you want to be with. Leave the shit alone. Just leave it alone. You're not a fan. You never were. Just admit it. Some of these people are coming, well, I've loved Lord of the Rings my whole life. Really? All right, name some of the characters. And they're like, well, you know, you got then they name like the ones from the movies that you would only know from the movie. You're like, or they look up on Wikipedia real quick and they're like, oh, in Wiki it says, you know, da 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 da. Like, fuck off. Like, you know, nerds are nerds. We love nerd shit. We will fight to death, even with each other on certain things. And I miss doing that. I miss good fighting, good, you know, this character is good because of this. No, this character is because of this. I'm on this side or I'm on this, you know, like good old nerd fights. You know, I miss that. When we were growing up, we had good old nerd fights. Like Spider-Man's better than Batman. No, Superman's better than Batman. You know, stuff like that. And we're like, go fuck. And then these people come in, they're like, well, Spider-Man's gay. No, he liked Mary Jane. No, well, Mary Jane. And then they have a new comic where Mary Jane like slept with a black dude. And she's got a bunch of black kids. And Peter's pretty much cucked. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, she's cheating on him. And then she leaves Peter for this black guy, and Peter's like fucking just thrown out. I'm like, what the fuck you? Peter and Mary Jane were, I was like, that was what I grew up on, Spider-Man. I fucking love the tiger. Fucking, fuck. That's why we need a gatekeep. That's what gatekeeping is. It's us nerds being like, you're not a fan. If you want to be a fan, love it for what it is. If you don't love it for what it is, then go be a fan somewhere else. Find something else that you love that has what you want in it. You want to watch some gay superhero, go find a gay superhero and love it. There's no way stopping you. Don't come in and be like, Superman needs to suck a cock or I can't love Superman.
Well, then you don't love Superman.
No, like, you don't need to love Superman. He's got Lois. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I think you back there.
I'm not a big fan of DC though. Like, some of DC's like characters, backstories, they're just not that. I don't know, not that appealing. I like Batman a lot, but I don't like his backstory.
Yeah.
But I would never want to mess with his backstory because it's not my writing.
Yeah. All right. True. Right. Oh, by the way, all the DC characters now are bi. Pretty much all of them. Robin and all of them. They're all bi. Hi, Eden.
What are you doing?
She's watching. I see you.
What are you doing, Eden?
She's watching. She's wanting to know what you're doing. Trust me, my kids always want to know too. They come and they're like, what's happening? What are you looking at? They're all sleeping now.
No.
You come sit over here?
Yes, yeah.
What are you doing? Are you standing on that?
Yeah.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, the Son of Kal-El's comic, gay Superman. Pretty much, Superman retired or died or something, and he has a son who's gay, like good God, gay. Yeah, it's getting canceled. They're canceling because it's not making any sales. Because nobody wants to see Superman going. Fuck. I hate Marvel and DC now. The big two are no longer even fucking worthy of calling themselves fucking comics anymore. But yeah, no, yeah. Thank God they're getting canceled because that's why you got to get Eisem. Fucking great ass book so far. I fucking loving it. It's really interesting. The characters are really getting interesting because one of my fan theories was he was actually that guy at like a prior time. Like I really thought he was, but then I found out no, I was wrong. And us guys, fine. Like I love fan theory. I like doing that kind of stuff before the book come out, thinking, okay, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. Geek stuff. I love geek stuff. We get to nerd out again. It's fucking awesome. Yeah. But yeah. So we're gonna talk about House of the Dragon, talking about nerd stuff, because fucking House of the Dragon. My
Dude,
God.
And it became so good, man.
Oh my god! Every episode, like the first episode, I was like, I don't really like.
This is what I knew it was gonna happen to. I was like, dude, I know it's gonna happen, dude. I mean, it's a little creepy, but you know, whatever.
Well, yeah. No, like the first episode, I thought it was stupid. I was like, I don't really like these characters. I don't like what's his name, the prince, like the brother of the king. I can't think of his name right now.
You're talking
But I
about the
didn't
very
like
first
it.
episode?
No, I didn't, because I didn't like him. He's like a dishonorable douchebag the whole time.
I didn't
But
think
like
so.
it grew on me.
I
like
didn't
each
think I didn't
episode.
think he was a dishonorable douchebag.
Well, in the first episode, he kind of was. He was like,
He
especially in
really
the tourney,
wasn't, though.
in the tournament
Yeah,
where he
kept
like
getting
cheated.
Screwed over.
Huh?
What do you mean cheated?
Well, he kind of like when he did the he was doing the night thing and the guy was kind of beating him and he got to get, you could tell he was getting a little fucking like, oh my god, how dare he fucking do this to me? I'm whatever, I'm higher in the social ladder than you. So he like put the pole down, tripped the horse, and made him fucking face plant. It was like, okay, come on, that was a cheap move.
No. But I mean, knights did do stuff like that.
Well, yeah, but it was just like, I don't know. I didn't like the guy, but now I think dude is fucking.
Dude, you know who I don't like? Allison.
Oh
my
yeah,
God,
she
I
became.
hate
Oh,
her.
I started hating her now. Yeah, I can
No,
understand.
like from the very beginning, she's like this holier than thou person. Okay.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
she just acts like, oh, I was your friend. I've always done everything that I've been asked of me. I'm like, girl, you literally took
queen.
advantage. You took advantage of an old dude with the help of your
Father.
douchebag of a father when he was at his lowest moments, and then on the top of that, he was being forced to get remarried. He didn't even want to marry you.
yeah. The only reason he married her because she was nice to him,
Yeah,
and he didn't want to marry the 12-year-old girl.
he didn't want to marry any of them. He didn't really want to marry you. Period.
Yeah,
Like her and his father. I mean, they like took advantage of this really old king dude.
she's
Like,
still
really.
taking advantage of him. She's in the latest episode. She's really shown that she is more powerful than him.
She isn't though. She tries
she's
to
not,
act like it, but
she tries to act like it. Where she's like, I demand this, and he's like, because she knows that he's trying to be like she knows he's kind-hearted, and like I kind of feel bad for him because the only thing he wants in anything is for his family to get along. He just wants to have a happy family and leave a good legacy behind. That's all he wants.
yeah, he's
He
trying
just wants to
get his
be
family-
remembered as a good king who had a happy family. Everybody just wants to get along. He wants everybody
Well, it's not
to
even
be
just
good with
that.
each other.
He wants peace. He doesn't want
Yeah,
a
he
war.
wants peace between
He
everybody.
wants to. His whole goal was to never have a war. That was his whole goal, to not get in wars.
Yeah. So
Literally.
it's like, God, this
And-
show is so good.
and so,
Even
like-
so much of the dialogue.
Yeah, but hold on, like so then Allison goes up to her to Rhaenyra and goes, at the towards the middle of the episode when she pulls the knife out. she's
Oh
like,
yeah.
What do you mean? All I've ever done is do this, do that, do this. And
She's
I'm like,
"You've been
girl,
exposed."
you want to say that, but you really know what you actually did, which was try and take advantage of the king. That's the whole.
Well, technically, the father did. She didn't really want to get married to him. He sent her there, and she did her daughtery duty. She
Yeah, at the
did
beginning,
what
but
her father
at the
wanted.
very beginning, yes, but toward the end, she didn't care. She didn't.
Yeah, now she doesn't care. Now it's all
She
about.
never did care. It showed
now
her that
it's all
she
about,
really actually wanted to
um,
be queen.
Well, the thing I think now is right now her father. I think is the one that's really the villain behind it all because he's the one putting ideas in her head. Like he's the one that told her, "Hey, if Renee still stays crowned, she's the successor to the throne. Your kids are going to die." So she's afraid for her kids. That's why she tells her kids, if we don't figure this out, you're going to be killed. And she's terrified for her kids, which, I get it. Any mother
But she's
would
really
be.
not though. She's actually.
But if you
she
really
loves
think about
the
it-
power, she loves the
Well-
power. Even in the episode when they change actors, you could tell that she loves the power because she's like, make Rhaenyra bring me that kid.
Well, yeah, she demanded the kid to come because she's really mad at
And it's really
Rhaenyra
funny that she
because-
thinks that she actually has a chance to a true claim to the throne. She has no. Her kids don't even have a really good claim to the throne. The only
Yeah.
one that had a good claim to the throne was Rhaenyra. And now the fact that, she's with, which, by the way, if anybody hasn't seen the episode yet, these are spoilers, so don't.
Yeah, we're spoiling it a little bit. Yeah,
We're gonna spoil this because I can't not talk about this and not spoil it. Like her marrying her brother, her uncle. Like she literally did that because, well, that's what she wanted to do at the beginning.
Well, yeah, it was always kind of creepy. She was like,
no, that's why I said it.
She was like a little obsessed with her
creepy.
uncle.
The whole thing is creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, no, she wanted. It was also a way to like, dude. I thought she was gonna have her husband murdered. Like he came in, it was like, I'm gonna be a good husband to you.
So I was so like, at the end there, I was like, is that her husband with no hair? I was like, it is her husband.
Yeah, he escapes. Yeah, no, like
He
no, but
escape.
man.
They
They planned the whole thing, but like when he was sitting there telling her how he's gonna become a devoted husband and all this stuff, and then she like later, like just a little bit later, she's talking where she's like, she's like, we are fire, they are, they are water, we don't mix, we were born in fire, we need to, that's what we are, we can't escape that. She did a whole speech, which was so fucking good. See, that's this good fucking dialogue. Fucking Rings of Power can't match this shit. And she pretty much says, we need to unite us. We need to unite our houses. We need to, because she's like, I need to strengthen my position on the throne. And the only way I will do that is with you. And so, then they did the whole, of course, wasn't it? I kind of feel bad for the innocent guy in the hallway because he was just like, dude, and the guy snapped his neck, tossed him in the fire so they couldn't tell where the body was.
Right.
And then he, I thought he was dead. Like I straight up thought he was dead.
Oh, I thought he was dead. I
was like, oh my god, she's a murderous bitch. I was like, I didn't think she'd go that far because he just told, like I really thought she did this because I thought he literally said, I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to be a good husband to you. And then she's like, but my uncle, I just fucked him like 5 minutes ago. So yeah, no, you're gonna get murdered.
I literally thought she murdered him, but I thought he's been a prick of a husband the whole time. So
he's been like, he's gay. Like that was their whole like.
Well,
thing,
I know that, but I mean, like he's also like I don't know.
He's always not there.
He hasn't really tried to actually like serve his duty or
Well, they said in the show that they tried to have kids, but there was like no passion behind anything, so they could never have kids. I'm like. Even a gay guy can fuck a girl every once in a while. Come on. Even if he doesn't want to, he can be like, blink. There you go. There's your kid.
No, I'm not gay, so I really have no idea.
I know, right? But still, come on. It's not that hard. Even if, they could have just done it where it was like, he just did it in, whatever. I'm not going to get into like gross stuff, but, but I don't know. I think she's going to have a kid with the uncle, and I think that's gonna, because like right now all the kids don't look like, they weren't looking like Targaryen. They were looking like, the what's his name, Strong, whatever was it, Strong?
Yeah,
Strong. Yeah, that's his name. Strong.
Yeah.
And then he got murdered. Fuck, man, that was like fucking crazy. That his younger son.
Yeah, but did you
murdered him and his father. Just because he wanted to be cut, he was trying to make himself her like advisor, and that dude's a fucking creepy fucking little dude.
Dude,
limp ass.
He's the kind of person I would just, if I was a king, he'd be dead.
Yeah, you're a fucking limp ass, fucking sneaky little fucking prick. But yeah, he got the father back on as the hand to the king. Which I don't understand why he made him hand again. He should have just found somebody else because he already told him that he couldn't trust this thing, and he knew that what he was trying to do. So by tomorrow episode, dude, we need to, as soon as it's over, I want to go live with you because we need to talk. Because this next episode is going to fucking be crazy because it's a time jump. Next episode's a time jump. Fucking on Twitter, there's gonna be another time where like the kids are not older, like they're adults almost, like. Teenagers to adult, like 20s, and it's supposed to get nuts. And like this is like the war. This is like the war is breaking out now. like they're at each other's throats. And I was like, I already
I don't
seen
even
some
know
of the
how they can have a war. Like
scenes.
honestly, at this point,
Well,
because
they're
she
supposed
married
to be between.
the uncle, because she married the uncle, like honestly, the queen, Alicent, should just run. Like she's stupid if she actually thinks she has any kind of any
What I think is going to happen is the dad's going to
any
become
claim to
really
the throne.
sick. This is my fan theory right now. I think the main king is going to become bedridden, like sicker than sick. The hand will take over for a little while, like he'll be like his regent. And then what I think should have happened, he should pass the fucking throne. He should be passing it on to his daughter, is what he should. And I think what they're going to do is when he's bedridden, they're going to make a fake declaration that he is changing the person to his son. I'll bet you anything that's what happens in this episode. That they get him to sign it when he's like half out of his mind. He signs the paper, and then she goes up and says,
There's
"My
no
son is the
paper to
next king."
sign.
Well,
It's a declaration. They just declare it to.
well,
he's
it
already
could be
named it.
like a parchment. Say it's a parchment with
already
the
named
king's
it.
signature. I know, but he can also change it. But I think that's what's going to happen. Is he's going to be bedridden. This is my theory. I haven't seen the episode yet. I haven't even read the book, so I don't know. Like the people who've read the book, they kind of know what's going to happen. But this is my fan theory: is that he's going to become bedridden because he's ill. Because he's been ill for the last couple episodes. You can tell he's just fucking
He's
sick.
been ill for like
a while.
20 years.
Yeah, and I think what's
like
going to happen, he's
15
either
years or
going to
10
be
years or
like
something.
coma, or he's going to be like super sick, where he doesn't like he's brain dead almost. And they're going to somehow fix it where he kind of claims that his son is going to become the next king, but Rhaenyra is going to denounce it. She's going to come forth with her uncle and going to say, "You can't do that because he's too he's too gone. This is bullshit. We know what you're doing." She's gonna try to go to her father and the hand in her and freaking queen whatever. She's gonna be like, "No, you can't see him. He's too sick. You leave him alone." And they're gonna be, "I demand an audience with my father." I think this whole thing is gonna be like that, and I think he's gonna die.
Well, the problem is she's already named. He can't. He's already chosen.
Well, that's
a successor.
well, I know she's been named, but so was the uncle at one point, and he changed it to her because the uncle pissed him off. And so what I'm thinking, this just hear me
uncle
out.
was never named. He was just
He was supposed. No, he was
just a
like
male. He was never named. He was just a male.
Well, no, he was named before he named
wasn't
her. Yeah, it was in one of the episodes. He's like, because he was supposed to be the inherent
Yeah, he
king and have a
is.
son.
If the king never has a son,
It was supposed
then
to go
he's
to
the
the
next
brother.
one. Yeah,
But
that's
he
how the
said
succession
no,
is.
because
Yeah,
he did
because
what he did.
decided
He
to make a name.
kicked him out
That's
and
what
then
I'm saying.
named her.
Yeah, because he made a name.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
but-
saying.
Well, anyways, this is what I think is happening. Just hear me out. This is what I think is. It could not. It could, but this would make sense to me. Is they fake a claim saying he claimed it was her son, and then they come forth and they challenge. It becomes a big heated fight between them two, and then they go to see the king. Like she sneaks in to see the king, and he dies. Like he like looks at her and then passes out. Like he passes away. So she has no way to she can't have him, come forth. And then they either claim that she murdered him or something like that. And so there's going to be like a big fight.
She murdered who?
Their father. Like she goes to see her father and like sneaks in or something and go see him and he dies. While she's, sitting next to his side or something. Like he looks at her and like he reaches his hands out and he dies.
I think
That's how I would write it.
What I think is going to happen is she's going to go and Allison's going to try and go to the council and say, "Look, my son are the legitimate because they are his son,
Maybe,
or they are his son, and it's supposed to go to the firstborn son, and she's going to do that, and they're going to say, well, the council is going to be like split because they're going to say, well, Rhaenyra's the named." The named queen, or Rhaenyra's the named queen, and now that Rhaenyra is married to the brother, she has the most claim to the throne. Technically, she has the most claim to the throne because not only is she named, she's married to the other male.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
We'll see.
she's gonna
We'll
go
have to
to
see what the
I
episode
think
goes.
she's just going to go and try and plead her case to the council.
Well, it's supposed to start
and
a
she's
full
gonna,
blown
I bet you
war.
anything that they're going to try and kill a couple of the council members to make sure that
So. Assassinate people,
they're going to start trying to assassinate people to make sure that
or the sons. They might try to assassinate Renea's sons.
no, I wasn't talking about them. I'm talking about
Well, I know
Allison
the
and
council
them.
member, but I mean, like they're supposed to be.
I'm thinking Allison and them are going to try and assassinate a couple of council people, get some council people of theirs on,
or threaten them. Yeah.
or threaten them with the fact that her son now owns one of the bigger dragons, which I'm still pissed off about that whole scenario.
Dude, that fight scene was great.
Dude, that was a great
Kids?
fight scene. Oh yeah.
I really believe that they were like, and when he like sliced him in the eye, I was like, oh fuck, he actually did it. And it looked so real, dude. Like the eye, like how the eye blew up like that, and like the stitching and stuff they were doing to him, it looked so fucking real. I was like, oh my god, this is what House of Dragon is so much more superior because it's little details like this. Like you get Rings of Power fight scene, it looks like a choreographed Power Ranger movie. And then you get something like
really
this,
sad.
and it's just so good because you could tell the emotions between the girls were just pissed because that's her mom's dragon. Her mom just died, and they were they were doing what was respectful. They were giving time, and then the daughter was supposed to go to the dragon and claim it. Now that was what's supposed to happen, but he went there and claimed the dragon. Now they can't have it because once claimed, you can't unclaim it unless you kill him.
Yeah.
Unless you kill the rider, which
I think he should have been banished or killed by the. I think
King.
the court should have, or the king should have done something.
I think
about that.
he should have been like at least something should have went. The king should have said something about it. He should have.
But
been
I think he
like,
probably.
How dare
would've,
you? Or
if
at
he
least.
didn't if he wouldn't have lost an eye, I think the king probably would have done something.
Yeah. Maybe they should like if it was up to the king, he could have said that it's up to the family because that was their dragon. How will you? But he lost an eye, so they were like, well. And then the kid was like, if I lose an eye, but I gain a dragon, it's worth it. And the father, that father, he is such a douchebag because he's like, yes, even if he lost more than just an eye, it's been worth it. We got this dragon. It's so powerful and big that, now we don't have to worry. We got this guy. Yeah. Because he was always worried about.
You do have to worry because.
He didn't like, what's his name? His dragon.
More powerful dragons, Rhaenyra's dragon, the king's dragon, and
well, the king's dragon is gone. Like he said that he let it go free, so it's somewhere flying free along the coast or something. He said, but it's supposed to be the largest dragon ever. So that'd be really funny if it somehow returns one day, and one of Rhaenyra's kids claims it. That'd be fucking cool. I don't know, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to see this next episode though, because it looks good. Like all the kids are now grown up. They have like a fully grown, deal with the eye. And I've seen a couple scenes on Twitter because fucking somehow some of the reviewers got like early access to it on Thursday, so they're all watching on Thursday. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Because I thought they dropped it on Thursday. So I went back to HBO real quick. I was like, is it on? Like, no.
Well, Thursdays,
fuck these
Sundays.
assholes. Yeah, I know, but I thought maybe they just dropped the episode because it was like one of the last episodes of the season or something. They just dropped it early. And I was like really excited about it. And then it wasn't there. And I found out, no, it's just they gave early access to the reviewers.
Huh?
And I was like, damn it.
Okay. You stay down here then, okay? Just stay down here with that. If you're not gonna go upstairs on that night, you gotta stay down here.
Oh, it's open.
Okay?
No, it's open.
Huh?
No.
Well, yeah, man, House Dragon's killing it. Oh,
I'm sorry.
no, yeah, man, it's so freaking good. I love the
What?
dialogue.
Sleeping.
What?
I'm sleeping.
You're sleepy?
No. Sleeping.
Huh?
Pooping.
I can't hear you with that binky in your mouth.
Oh, I was pooping.
Huh?
I was pooping.
You're pooping?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to go potty?
Yeah. The BB is pooping.
All right, hold on.
All right, yeah, you go
All right,
take
I'll be
care of him.
back.
Okay. Ian is so cute. My niece is so cute.
Oh, okay.
You could have, I'll mute him real quick. There you go. Ian is such an adorable little one. Oh, can't wait till he gets his second. That's gonna be hilarious. I want to heal. God, amount of kids like I do. But yes, well, my House of Dragon, fucking so good. I love how is it Darian? I think that's his name, Darian. He's actually really grown on me as a character. I love when he wants to murder somebody, he wears that hood, like a little like weird looking fucking hood. God, I fucking love that. God, House of Dragon has been so good. There's so many theories that we can come up with, and just nerd out, like, and talk about like the stuff we love. And that's finally we have something good on TV that let us do this, because there's been so much bad, like She-Hulk, freaking Rings of Power, fucking the new Valma thing that they announced. Good God, fucking turning Valma freaking into like just no. Scooby-Doo was one of my favorite childhood cartoons, and now I was like, I'm just glad my kids like different things. Because I would never watch some of the crap that's coming out nowadays. I just hell no. I don't let my kids watch crap at all. If I think a show looks like shit, I won't let them watch it, because I love my kids and I want them to grow up actually liking decent and wholesome things, not just I want them to actually enjoy something and like love it, and it'd be worth loving. I think showing kids, like, if I showed my kids a Ring of Power, I think that's just parental abuse. That should be a punishment. That is a punishment. Oh, that's a good grounding. Like, if you don't do your homework, I'll make you watch Rings of Power for an hour. Yeah. My kids will be like, no, Dad, please, not again. It's so bad. I've never seen Game of Thrones. Is House of Dragon better than last season or 2 of the original game? I've never seen Game of Thrones either. I saw the first episode, and I told the story why I never saw it, but I never got into it when everybody was into it, and then when I tried to get into it, a certain thing happened, and it kind of ruined my taste forever. But yeah, no, House of Dragon's really good. If you really, I don't know, even if you don't know anything about Game of Thrones, like I don't know anything in the story of Game of Thrones, like at all. I watched 1 episode, kind of 2, like I watched a little bit in the 2, but House of Dragon is good. The dialogue is fantastic. Everything that happens in the show, even if you think it's just a little tiny thing, it don't matter. Actually, it's a huge impact later on. Like, last season Game of Thrones, yeah, that's one of the reasons I never really got into Game of Thrones, is because people said how bad it was later. And I don't really want to get into something and really start to love it and have it knowing that it's just going to end like shit. So I never really like wanted to delve into it. That's another thing I'm like, I hate about, like, like there's shows I love, and then they're like, hey, we're going to do a new season. And I'm like, nowadays, I'm like, no, just leave it where it was. It was fantastic. It ended great. I don't want them to ruin it the next season. And so when no shows come out with new seasons, I'm like, if I want to watch the new season and have a show ruined for me because it might turn out to be bad, or do I want to watch it? So that's why I love reviews and stuff of people like Gary and freaking, Shadowversity and guys like that, because they have really good insight. And Shadow's really good I like his Ring of Power reviews, because dude's a writer like me, but like a better writer. Like he's written a couple books. He's got his book is really good, and the to see how he tears it apart is like wait, especially since he's like he loves medieval stuff and he loves sword fighting. He breaks stuff like that down really well. So definitely check him out. Yeah, like it's one of those things that you just I don't know. Like that's why I haven't really got because everybody's like this is like Game of Thrones. Like ooh, I really want to kind of watch Game of Thrones now, but I'm like oh, but it ends so shitty. Like they said the first, excuse me, I think like 5 seasons or something like that, 5 or 6 seasons are like fantastic, and then they had the 7th and 8th season just went to hell, which is fucking sad because I remember when shows like in the early 2000s, 1990s, up to the 2000s were really well done, and you had like 20, 30 seasons of a hour-long show. Stargate fucking lasted forever. It was such a good show. I could watch Stargate. I could still watch Stargate all over again. Everything that's going to happen and still love every single episode. And freaking realize stuff that I didn't know about back then. My favorite character of all Stargate is Teal'c. Fucking love Teal'c. Fucking Teal'c was a man. I love that dude. Even when he in episodes where he was on Earth and he was supposed to be an Earthling and he's reacting with normal people. He's always a serious stoic guy. And then you people would meet him and little girls would run up to him and he he's trying to be his serious stoic person, but you could tell he's got the heart of a child in him, and he's just wants to pick up the little girl and hug her real close, and I fucking loved that show. And then you had the characters between all the characters had such good chemistry in Stargate. You had O'Neill and Carter. On the first episode, I think the first episode, Carter was a feminist bitch to him, and she's like, I could fight like any man, and got that bullshit in it. But in 2 episodes, nah, she was Carter, and they had this really good chemistry together. Later on in the season, I wish they got married because they were you could tell there was something between them. He was in love with her, she was in love with him, but they were both military officers, and they just couldn't do it because she was under his command, and they had to respect, that kind of. It was. They literally have episodes where they're in another a parallel universe where she was never an officer in the military; she was actually a doctor, and she married him, and she was really confused why they never got married because she's I love the dude. But yeah. Oh, you're muted. Give me a second. I muted you. There you go. Anyways, now I was talking about Stargate. I was talking about how old shows could last fucking 10, 20 seasons and be so good. That's why, I could never get into Game of Thrones nowadays because 7 and 8 seasons were so crap. And I just don't want to get into a show and fall in love with it. And then by the end be knowing it's going to happen too. It really sucks. That's why I was I don't understand these shows that come out today last 2, maybe 3 seasons, and then they're canceled, or they just become shit, or they start out as shit like Rings of Power. When Stargate had 20 seasons, hour-long episodes, 20 seasons long. If I wanted to, I could spend the next 2 or 3 months just watching nothing but Stargate. And loving almost every. There's a couple episodes of Stargate I was and at the end, Stargate, the Orion, they had the whole thing with the Orions that came in. That was kind of story, but God, I love that show, and I love the characteristics between all the characters and the draw, the level you can tell they had chemistry between each and every, Teal'c and O'Neill had a really cool bro bond because the first episode they meet, Teal'c was supposed to execute him, and he says to Teal'c, he's I can save you, I can save these people, and Teal'c betrays the person he thought was a god, a person he's raised to think he was a god. And everything because he wanted to see his people free, that he literally threw everything behind a guy he didn't know because he believed that maybe, just maybe, he might have what it takes to free his people. And it panned out in the end because they actually ended up, winning the war. And it was so good.
I wasn't really, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really a big fan of
Stargate. I fucking love Stargate. I fucking love Stargate. Stargate was my Star Trek. Stargate was my sci-fi show. That and what was the other one? Farscape.
I mean,
I
I
fucking
wasn't
love
not really.
Farscape.
I was never a big sci-fi guy anyway. Like I mean, I don't know. I watched all of them. I watched all the way up to Atlantis, but it wasn't like.
Well, Atlantis is a whole different show.
No,
Like,
I know. But that's
Stargate
what I
is
mean
one
by-
show, and then Stargate Atlantis is another one. But it's kind of it has
No,
bases.
but I'm saying is I watched all the way up till Stargate Atlantis. So I watched like Stargate. That's,
Atlantis was good too, but the way they ended, you could tell like they were supposed to do more, and they just ended it. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. After like the 5th season, I think that one lasted 5 seasons, and they literally because they have Atlantis crash, they had to bring Atlantis back to Earth to help save the Earth. So they come back to Earth, they save Earth and everything, and then they were supposed to return back to the Pegasus galaxy, and they never got another season, and so it just ended. And it was like, fuck, it was a good ending. Don't get me wrong, but you could tell like this show needs better. It needed more, and it's just sad it never got anything more. But do not touch it now. Leave it alone. Hollywood, fuck off. Don't touch my Stargate. Leave it alone.
Stargate was, I don't know.
I never watched the new one. They had another one that was like like a group went into like a spaceship. I never watched that one. I think I watched like the first episode and was like, I don't really like this one as much. So I never got into it. But SG-1 and Atlantis were that was my sci-fi love. I love that more. I love Star Wars, and I love Star Wars.
I don't know.
Like Stargate to me was more superior than all of them. That's just me. Like Star Trek is great. DS9 I think is better than Stargate, the original one. I think DS9 was way better. I like the characters more in that. But still doesn't compare to Stargate. I fucking love Stargate. I just do. I just did. I love Stargate. And that's why when they announced they're thinking of doing a new show for Stargate. I'm like, no, leave it alone. Leave my franchise alone. Especially if they bring like somebody from Bad Reboot into it. I'll be like, no. Or the writers from like Star Trek Discovery or something. I'll die. I'll cry to myself on sleep. I just leave it alone, Hollywood. Unless you could change your ways, leave it the fuck alone. Unless you could bring in the writers from the originals, Stargates. Oh, maybe. Matters that they didn't go completely crazy. I just don't want them to screw up something that was so fucking good. And it just there's some things you just don't need to to change. It's timeless. Stargate could be timeless. My God, that show is so good. I could still watch it. I watched it growing up, and I could get my kids into it. That'd be a good show to get my kids into, actually. Maybe I'll sit down because I got them into Doctor Who for a while. I even got Leslie into Doctor Who for a while, and then they had the female doctor in, and Leslie was out, like straight up. Like they announced the female doctor, and Leslie straight up said, "Well, that's stupid." And she got up and she left, and she never came back to watch another fucking Doctor Who episode, which is good because the female doctor was shit, and it ruined so much of good that was Doctor Who. And yeah, that I really fell in love with Doctor Who too because I got in. Well, the episode was the library episode of New Who that I watched for the first time on TV. Like I was flipping through channels actually when I had cable here, and I was like, I'm looking for something to watch, and all of a sudden I came on this show that would look cool because they're like space suits and it was like a skeleton inside. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I watched it. I was like, oh, this is a good fucking show. And so I started watching them. Like I went back and found like that one of the streaming servers had all the Doctor Who's on. So me and Leslie, like once a week, would always watch Doctor Who together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do
that.
I
was never a Doctor Who fan.
Oh, it's so good.
I said the sci-fi thing. I don't know. I was never really big into sci-fi. I mean, I enjoy some of it. I like Star Wars, the movies.
Well, the original movies.
Yeah, the original,
not Disney.
The original 6 movies. Yeah.
Not Disney Star Wars. Disney Star Wars can go to fuck itself. Though I keep hearing good things about Andor, like it's boring, but it's not bad, to like it's pretty decent. And I'm like, oh, that's nice, but I don't care. I just don't care. Star Wars is dead to me. Like, I just don't care. I can't even watch the original movies anymore after watching the Disney fucking trilogy because they made it canon and it ruined all the characters. It ruined the characters for me. They made they took away the one thing I loved about Star Wars, which is the continuing stories in the what do they call that? The all the books they came out with that was afterwards that Dad owned. You know, I read every book that he owned of Star Wars. You know, when he had a big collection of them. You remember that? What are you doing?
The game, dude. The dude just keeps cutting me off on everything.
Expanded universe. Thank you, Small Timer. Yeah, the expanded universe. I
Right.
fucking love the expanded universe. I don't understand. It blows my mind why they didn't stick with that story. Because they had everything they wanted. Because, you know, they came in there like, we want a main female character. Jaina Solo. You had Jaina Solo. And you had Jason. You had two fucking great characters. And they had such good arcs in the book. And you had Luke Skywalker. All you needed Luke Skywalker to be was like a Yoda in the, you know, the old Republic, you know, the 1 through 3 is he come in once in a while, gives some good advice. You give him a couple cool scenes where he like shows off how powerful he is. That's all you needed Luke for. And you could have put Han and Leia in one episode and then just CGI'd them and then the rest of the episodes as like, you know, talking to their kids like Hollows or something. You know, like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good or so, you know. But they didn't need. They just could have stuck with the original. They could have jumped forward in time and stuck with the Academy shows where it followed Jason and Jaina through their life getting trained as Jedis. They could have done the whole Jedi Temple thing, which is stupid because in Disney Star Wars, the Jedi Temple looks like shit. Like in the expanded universe, it was a massive fucking temple pyramid. It was this huge fucking building, hit so many Jedis and so many pupils, and it was so good, and they ruined it. They could have just stuck with that story and it would have been so much better than what they gave us, but they couldn't. They were like, no, we don't want to pay. What they didn't want to do is Disney didn't want to pay the royalties to all the writers of the expanded universe. That's exactly what they didn't. That's why they did it. They were like, well, we'd have to pay people. And they're like, well, yeah, the royalties, right? And they're like, yeah, we don't want to do that. So we're going to change everything. We're going to say that's not canon. We're throwing it away. We're going to stick to whatever we want to make up. And then they made up shit. And it just, it's so bad. Disney, you go, well, they keep the original continuity going. Yeah, Disney has to have their own shit. And it's fucking, Disney has become such a trash company. They're absolute garbage. They were always garbage. We always thought they were good, but we, you know, this is why so many of those Disney female stars that we grew up with became like drug addicts and shit. You know, like they're all alcoholics and drug addicts except for a couple. And it's like, well, I wonder why. I wonder what happened to these girls in Disney growing up.
I want to say fame got to him, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It's Hollywood, and Hollywood have a lot of certain type of people in it. And Disney has a lot of those kind of people in it, especially now because they've been pretty much exposed. So, yeah. You know, Walt Disney wasn't around anymore. Walt Disney hasn't been around for a long time. So Disney has become a company that I don't think he would recognize. I don't think he would be. I think he'd be ashamed of what it's become.
Probably. I think a lot of writers and stuff would be ashamed of the companies.
Well, yeah, a lot of the original, yeah. Oh, I think Stan Lee would be fucking pissed off at what's happening with Marvel. He'd be like, what the fuck are they doing?
It wouldn't be happening if he was Marvel.
Well, yeah, no, like at the end of his life, though, they started changing things. But there were stories of like how much he was abused by the people in his company right before his death, and it's like really sad because like he was they bullied him pretty much, but he was old. He's like an old dude, and they were like forcing him to do things and say things. It was sad. It's like, what the fuck are they doing? This guy's a legend. Just look at Netflix Daredevil versus what the hell they did with She-Hulk's last episode. Yeah, same actor, same character, but shell of what he was. Yeah. See, yeah, Netflix Daredevil is one of the greatest superhero shows ever. Like, it took me a little bit to get into it because at first, like, I watched like the first episode of a couple, and I was like, okay, because I was never a big Deadpool fan. Like Gary from The Rock, he's a Deadpool fan, or not Deadpool. Sorry, Daredevil. I keep saying Deadpool. He's a Daredevil fan. I'm a Deadpool fan. Like, he doesn't like Deadpool. I love Deadpool. I got a bunch of Deadpool shit over here. I fucking love Deadpool. Spider-Man, Deadpool, Wolverine. I like Batman for the most part. But those, like Deadpool, Spider-Man, we're always I
Batman's
like that
story
cocky.
is the only thing I don't like about Batman is the story. But
I like the cockiness of the superheroes. Like Spider-Man and Deadpool were my kind of favorite. Like if I was gonna be,
it still doesn't really make a lot.
If I was ever given like superpowers, I'd be a Deadpool. Like if I couldn't, like I could heal myself almost instantaneous, I would just do stupid shit. Like I would cut off a finger and watch it grow back just because I could. I'd be like, ah, look at that. Like, look, I got a finger. I'd be a sarcastic asshole. It'd be great. I fucking love Deadpool. And it just and Deadpool 3, I am worried. Because it's Disney. I am worried because it's Disney. If it was Fox doing it, then I wouldn't be as worried because Fox did a great job. If it's, let's just say this, if he keeps full creative control like he had in Deadpool, if he keeps full creative control, gets to write the script, do everything, him and Hugh Jackman get to write the script and everything. Okay, it'll be great. And it's rated R. They had to keep it rated R. But if they say, no, you can't have it rated R, you have to be rated PG-13, and they pretty much take over the film, if Disney takes over and
I don't think what's his name would play it, though. Didn't he say he would not play it if they tried to do anything like that?
Maybe, I don't know, but that was during Fox time. And he really fought for the first Deadpool movie to come. They thought it wouldn't, they didn't really. And Deadpool 2 was not as good as Deadpool 1. I understand a lot of people didn't like it as much. I still loved it because I didn't like the kid either. Like Gary does not like the kid in it, like way worse than I do. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't really like the kid because it kind of took away from it. But they had the Juggernaut and they had so much cool shit in it. Well, in Deadpool 2, they had like this kid that shows up and Deadpool pretty much takes him in under his wing.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people hated that kid because they were like, this, I don't know. I kind of understood. If it's not rated R, then it's not Deadpool. Yeah, they'd have to be rated R. I don't know. Like I pitched a script over Twitter at Ryan Reynolds. I said, what I want to see? I want to see a Deadpool, Wolverine, Spider-Man, including the X-Men. You put in what heroes you think would be funny, but I want a Hangover style movie with them. God, that would be hilarious. Gotta have Professor X in it. Like say, bring in Scott. Say it's his wedding. Him and him, are getting married. And I'm terrible with names right now. They're fucking gone from my head. Scott's getting married. Deadpool throws him a bachelor party when he finds out. Like he goes to the mansion one day and he's like, "What's up, guys?" And they're like, "Scott's getting married, dude." And everybody's like, "Shh, don't tell him that." He's like, "What? Who's planning the bachelor party?" And they're like, "Well, he's Scott's that fucking serious type." So Scott would be like, "Nobody." And Deadpool don't even think about it. And then all of a sudden one day they all get roofied or like he fucking tranquilizes all of them. And also they wake up and they're in fucking like their underwear or some shit in some fucking crazy fucking hotel or something. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?" They're all tied up or shit. And he's like, Deadpool's like, "Bachelor party! Wow!" And like he plans out the whole bad. And then he drugs the shit out of them. So they're all fucking like he like roofies them again. And they all wake up like 2 days later or something. Fucking butt ass naked or some shit. And no idea what happened. Professor X is missing. Like they can't find him. But they got his wheelchair. Like Scott's like fucking wakes up and he's sitting in like fucking the professor's wheelchair and he's like, "Professor?" Where's the professor? What's going on? The professor's gone. Nobody can find him. And like Deadpool's like, there's like a dead body or something in the fucking room or something. You got like a dead dude. Wolverine's got like bullet holes that just healed. Wolverine's like, what the fuck? He's like, or no, like Wolverine's like sitting on like tied to the wall or something with darts. Using like a fucking pin a tail on the Wolverine or something. Wolverine's like, oh, what the fuck? Deadpool's like, any of you remember what happened? They're like, no, what the fuck happened to us? He's like, oh yeah, I drugged all of you. Wasn't it fun? We had a great time. Deadpool remembers everything, but none of them do. But he won't say anything. Like, so he like has like, they'll even have him in like you have him there and then have him like escape, but like leave videos behind, like clues to find out what happened to the professor, and this be like some master plan from him. Oh god, it would be so good. There's so many ways you could play with Deadpool that would fucking work, because that would work. You don't even need to be a hero movie. It'd be just have have Peter Parker there going, what the fuck is going on? Like, have him not be in the beginning and have him show up when they wake up. And like he like takes off his mask. He's like, what the fuck's going on, guys? And they're like, Peter or Spider-Man, what are you doing here? And he's like, I don't know. How'd I get here? Last thing I remember is swinging through the city. I saw you guys, and then I don't remember what happened. You'd have the Hulk show up. That would be hilarious. Okay, have Hulk like fucking like wasted off his ass. God, there's so much shit you could do in a good movie with Hugh Jackman. You gotta have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine though. And
Hugh Jackman said he was going to come back.
He is, yeah. He's come back for the third movie. We'll see how that works. I think that'd be great because I think they have great chemistry. Yeah, have a bad guy there, have Mr. Senator or something like fucking like, or Magneto or something sitting there with him, and like he comes out of the room. No, have Magneto sitting in Professor's chair. He wakes up and he's like sitting in the Professor's chair, like fucking just wakes up and he's like, fuck is going on? His helmet's gone, his clothes are gone. He's wearing like a dress or some shit. Dr. Doom, you got Dr. Doom. You could have, there was so much shit you could do. Like, if Marvel was fucking smart, if they had actual talented people there, they could come up with someone like, I passed that to him on Twitter. I don't know if he responded. I don't think he ever responded to me, but it'd be fucking great if he saw that. It was like, oh, Hugh, come here, look at this. We're gonna do this. We gotta do this. Like, I don't even need credit. Don't give me fucking credit. I don't need it. Just fucking do it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Come on. You don't even need Marvel. Fuck Marvel. Just come with a bunch of your friends, make them dress up like characters, and just have a fucking blast. That'll be a blast movie to make. I'll bet you anything. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman and those guys, my God, they would. Oh, that would be a good movie. I would go. I'd pay to go see that movie. I wouldn't take my kids to see that movie, but I'd go see that movie. Oh, I'd probably take Jacob. I'd probably take him to Deadpool 3 if it's good. I'm probably gonna take all the kids to see the new Mario movie. If it's as good as it looks so far, I'll take them to see it. I haven't taken the kids to see a good movie in a while. I think the last one was Sonic 2. They loved that. That was the only movie ever taken that my girls were like sat through the whole thing without making a noise. Like Maddie and Zoe were there with me, and they just sat there and watched the movie. Because usually they get all fidgety watching the movie like halfway through. They get like, I want to go do this or I want to go do that. But no, they were like, that was the first movie they ever sat and was like, and Zoe was like fucking telling me, she's like, oh, it's Tails. It's Tails. I was like, yeah, it's Tails. And she's like, I love Tails. Because I actually had them watch like the cartoons and stuff from the original cartoons of Sonic and stuff. They love those. So when they were on the movie, they were so happy. And they actually really enjoyed the second movie. Was actually pretty good. You know, Sonic 2?
Sonic 2.
Yeah.
Like the...
What's his name? Actually made a good feeling. Like in the first one, I was like, I still don't see him as Eggman. Like, I don't know. He kind of did. But the second one, oh my God, he hit the Eggman. I was like, damn, he needs to be fatter. But he got the Eggman fucking pretty darn good. And Sonic and Tails look fucking fantastic. So did Knuckles. He looked real good. I just put it right here. I think the charger's in the kitchen still. Oh my god, it was a good movie. I like Sonic 1. Sonic 2 really. I didn't know if it was gonna be better, but I think I enjoyed Sonic 2 more. Huh? It's in the kitchen. No, it's in the kitchen still. It's plugged in by the toaster. But hell to everybody who's here, man. It was, oh my gosh. See, there's some good movies out there. You just gotta find them. It's just rare and far in between. You know, you had I don't know, did you see the new Maverick movie? Top Gun?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I haven't either. I know people out there was like, what? I'm like, yeah, I just didn't have the time or the money to go see a movie in the theater. So I'm waiting for it to come on DVD and then I'll watch it. But yeah, like a lot of people were like, oh my God, it was so good. And I trust them. So yeah, I definitely want to see the new Top Gun movie. Yeah, that one. Have you seen the Netflix RRR yet?
I don't know what that is.
It's a movie called RRR.
No.
It's on Netflix. I suggest you and your wife watch it. It's about 3 hours. It's a movie from India, so it's an Indian film. Mostly in English. They do have some points where they go in, like, I think when they did the mute, they do like a song in it, and that's an actual like Indian, and you have to like read the subtitles, but that doesn't last too long. But I'm telling you, that movie is so fucking good. I'm like, that movie fucking killed it. RRR was fantastic. Definitely go watch that movie.
Do they match their lips?
Yeah, no, it's not like an old Asian film where they're like, no, it's not like that. No, it fits. I'm telling you, that's a good movie. Like, there's a point we're gonna hate a dude in that movie. You're gonna be like, this dude's a piece of shit, and then like later you find out why he's such a piece of shit, and you're gonna fall in love with him. You're gonna be like, oh my God. And then it's a bro movie. It's like dude meets a guy, they become best friends, but they're on opposite sides, and they find out they're enemies, and so they have to like treat each other like enemies, and they hate treating each other like enemies, and you're like, oh my God, I have to go against you. Oh my God, it is good, so good. Definitely give it a watch. I suggest you and your, especially take Emma likes really like good dramatic movies. It is good. Oh my gosh. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it because a lot of people are like, it's an Indian film. I was like, it's rare that I watch a good, anything from India or anything like that. But I watched that movie. I was like, holy shit. I put it on Twitter. I went on Twitter and I said, man, RR fucking killed it for me. That was a great fucking movie. That's probably one of the best character stories. It's a character story driven movie. It's about these two different characters. And oh my the character of each and like what happens to him is just fantastic. It's fine, Zoe. Don't worry about it. Just go lay down. Or are you trying to still use my phone? You need something on before you do that. Maddie, oh my God. Give me a second.
Yep.
You are go. My daughter, Jesus Christ. Sorry about the guys. Kids, man.
Oh.
Ooh, I got a text message. Is that from you? It's probably from you. It was a long time ago. Yeah, it was from you. I have my phone pretty much all day, so I had long enough to text you and see if you wanted to do something tonight, and then the kids were like, "Can I have it back?" Fine. Yeah, there are definitely some unrealistic things that happen in it, but that's to be expected. Oh, you talking about Top Gun? Small Time Revolt? Or are you talking RR? Is there some time there's some like they have like a tiger that attacks one of the dudes in it, and that in RR kind of looked a little fake, but it was still good. I got that movie was fucking good, and I thought the movie was almost over at that point. I was like, oh my gosh, this movie's coming to the close, and then it continues, and I was like, holy shit, it's still going. Oh, that movie is so good. So good. Oh my gosh. That's good, man. Like there's a top part of my okay, yeah. Well, yeah, it's a plain movie. You know, there's some things and you're gonna be like, wow, I don't know if you're gonna be able to make that maneuver or, you know, make that thing, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Fighter jets. Top Gun was what made me want to join the military with one of my buddies, and we were going to become Air Force fighter pilots together. And that was our big plan, and we like planned it for like months. I moved all the way up there to go live with him for a while until we decided to get in the military, and then he, in the end, decided not to. And then I joined the Marine Corps. It was kind of sad because I really wanted to be like, we were going to be like, you know, Top Gun guys. We're going to be like best friends who've gone to the schooling together, became fighter pilots together, became like teammates. We're going to be bros. We're going to be like fucking you know, Tony. You remember Tony?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he was my twin, my Indian twin. He's a pure Native American, but we were best friends. Like we were like inseparable. Not inseparable. They're in high school and like it was like in the middle school, most of high school. We were like, oh my gosh, we were. And then we had to move, which was sad. But man, me and Tony were good friends. Yeah, we fucking Tony Pacheco. Man, I miss that guy. I hope he's doing well. I try to find him on Facebook and stuff, and I can never find it. He used to have a MySpace, but I don't have MySpace anymore.
MySpace doesn't even. I mean, unless you're a music person, if you're an artist. MySpace is kind of what they use it for anymore.
Yeah, I keep trying to find him on Facebook. I contact people that still live up there. I'm like, how's he doing? Someone were like, I haven't seen him in a long time. I'm like, oh, great. Because last time I was there, I got mad at him. As it was like right before I went to Iraq. And I went out there for vacation. And I spent a week with him. And he was like smoking like fucking, he was doing some like, not like major drugs, but he was doing some drugs. And I fucking punched him in the mouth. He didn't like that very much, but I got mad at him. I was like, dude, that dude was a fucking genius in high school. That guy had straight A's. That kid had a brain way bigger than I could ever do. That dude could go places, and he made me. I was so mad at him that he did it because he was he stayed behind. He didn't join the military with me because he was welding, and if he stayed for another year, he got his welding license. And that would make a full-on, you know, thing. And I was like, okay, well, fine. Well, I couldn't stay there because I couldn't find a job there. So I fucking left. And when I got back, he told me that he burned himself in that year really bad. Like he got himself a pretty serious injury, and they fired him over it. So he got let go. So he lost the ability to even get his fucking thingy. And it's like, well, what are you doing? He's working some dead-end job. I was like, dude, you could be anything. That guy could have been anything. I was like, join the military, man. Get in with me right now. Let's go to the fucking thing. And he's like, no, I don't want to. I was like, dude, come on. He's smoking weed, smoking pot or whatever he was doing. He was doing pot. And I got fucking mad at him. And I punched him in the face because I was so pissed off at him. I was like, you're fucking throwing your life away. This guy cried in high school if he got less than a perfect A in anything. Oh, I was so mad at him at that point. And I said, we'll see you later. And I told him to I was like, get fucking straight. Cause his brother's been in jail like 6 times. I said, do not follow your brother's path. Stay away from your brother. Cause he's a piece of shit. Get your life in fucking straight. Get to college or go to trade school or do something. Don't do drugs, man. You're going to ruin you. It's going to ruin you. And pretty much we stopped talking after that a little bit. I just haven't really got an ability to talk to him forever. So I don't know what happened to him. Man, that guy. I love that guy. We would have done. I think he would have done well in the Marine Corps. I think he'd have stayed in though. When I got out, I had a feeling he would have stayed. Fucking Tony. I hope he's doing well. If he's out there, I hope he's doing well, brother. You're a good friend. If you're still doing pot, I'll kick you in the shit. I'll put my foot up your ass. If you ended up in jail, I'm going to find you and I'll beat your ass. I don't care how many guards are there. I will rip you out of that jail and I'll beat your ass. God, I'll be so pissed. He was such a good guy. Maybe my brother's in the Marine Corps. You too, guys. You fucking... Actually, one of my sergeants released his first book. I'm actually going to look that up. I want to promote that. Sergeant B, Facebook. Let's look at my Facebook, because I'm pretty sure he promoted on there. Here it is. I will promote him. Let's see if I can. This is him. This is his book. He's actually got published, like full on published, and it's called Shot. The Shot. That's him right there, Sergeant B. Fucking look. Hail to my Sergeant B. This guy is the reason I'm still alive today. This guy was one of the greatest sergeants, greatest squad leader I could ever have. And his book is called The Shot. If you want a good like military book, something like that, check this guy out. Because actually, let's see if I can get a good picture of it. Because I was there when this happened. This actually happened. This got taken in combat. Let me see if I can find a good picture of it. You know what? Let me look it up on Amazon, because I know it's on Amazon. Fucking love. B was a good man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was probably one of the greatest sergeants I can ever fucking ever could have wanted. All right, here we are. All right, this actually was caught by combat camera. Let's see if I can pull this up. It's on Audible. He does have an Audible, and it's hardcover. They got a hardcover. Fucking, I hate you, B. You suck, man. I'm kidding. I love you, man. Open image, a new tab. So if you can't see, like where I was during this, is I was not far away from him. I was literally like, 5-10 feet away, and we got boom, boom. You know, we were like combat. You know, we were all running. I was throwing my gear on. I was running out, and this is inside our fob. And B ran up with no gear on. Fucking love B. He got kind of yelled at for this because he ran up with literally no fucking gear, because he just said, "Shh, fuck it," and grabbed his rifle and ran out to the wall. And as soon as he looked over the wall, I was like 5 feet away, so I was running up to him, and a bullet hit right at the edge right here. If you can see. Right, this is combat camera, by the way. Shout out to combat camera. They got this shot. They took this picture right at the fucking moment, dude. This was a good fucking picture. Like the shot flew up, hit the wall, like right at the tip of the wall, and bounced off, and it exploded dirt right into his face. Like fucking it was douche, like that. Oh, it was such a good fucking picture. Fucking that's Sergeant B, man. That's his book, The Shot. It's about him, his life, and he was I think this was his 7th deployment when we were in Afghanistan, or 7th or 8th. Dude, fucking, he was our sergeant. Dude deserved to be a gunny at this point, because he was great. Yeah, I shout out to him. Look up his book, guys. If you like military books about life, like was life in and out of the military, because he's had a lot of problems outside the military with like VA and stuff screwing him over. Now, I got lucky. The VA, they gave me my disability, and I didn't have to fight. But this guy's had to fight because he got really screwed over. He actually got he was supposed to get medically discharged, but they just discharged him for somehow. And he's been fighting to get his medical discharge, because you know you get certain things with medical discharge. And because he got in this deployment, he got messed up because I told you about that day I got in an IED, right?
Yeah.
IED explosion. Well, this is what he was standing between two IEDs that went off, pretty much. Two gentlemen stepped on IED pretty much at the exact same moment inside along a wall. B was literally about 5 feet from each, right smack dab in the middle, and the freaking blast waves hit at full force together over him. So it messed his head up hard. He couldn't hear. When we got fucking up and got to him, he was just sitting on his fucking ass. He had no idea what was going on. He couldn't hear anything because his fucking ears were bleeding, and he was fucking just deaf as like he was having issues, and he was just out of his mind because you can't take an explosion like that and not have some kind of brain injury. And they had to get him out of there, and that was like 2 weeks before we got out of deployment. That was literally like 2 weeks before we were done. We were actually, if I tell this story, we had two people that were supposed to replace us. You get like the next unit is coming to replace you and you're going home, right? Well, they sent in like two of their like main commanders. I think it was like a sergeant and a lieutenant or something. And they were there and we were showing them the area that we were, that we patrolled. And I know him. So I know he's like kicked himself in the ass for this forever, probably, but it was not his fault. We went to a building that had great view of like this whole portion of this part of the village. It was perfectly stationed. That would be a great fob. It had great walls. It had great, and you could see like all this area. He's been there a couple times. There's a couple times we went down there. The thing is, if you know anything about the Afghan war, if you go to a place too many times, you always got to be very careful because once you go there, people like to trap it. They like to put IEDs in certain areas because then if you come back again, boom. And that's what happened. Like somebody dug into the ground underneath the wall and 2 points of the wall. If I had paper on me, I could draw it out. Pretty much there's an outer wall that went all the way around with a gate, and there's a building inside the wall. So it was like an outer thing. And it was me. I went in first. I was point man. So I went in and I kind of like scouted out real quick at the inner. And then they came in. And I luckily, thank God, it wasn't me because it was almost me. Because I was heading right for this corner of this wall, like where the IED was. And I was headed right for it. And B like, hey, Cunningham, no, I want you on the other wall. And I said, okay. So I turned around and I started heading to the other wall. And it was the two new guys that we were showing are the ones that went to the two corners. So it was the sergeant and the other guy. I can't remember if the other guy was a sergeant or not. But they just arrived the night before. And this was the very first patrol in Afghanistan. So it fucking sucked. And they both stepped on EADs and died. So the guys that were there to learn about the areas to replace us with a new unit died exactly the same day. So they had to replace them before they even got to. Oh man, it. I know it ate at B, but it was not his fault. It was not his fault. Yeah, he was a great fucking sergeant and he was a great leader. And yeah, it sucked, dude. I literally was at the other end. So he was where I was the very far wall where the IED exploded. So I kind of got thrown into a wall a little bit, but I wasn't near. Nothing happened to me compared to what they happened to them. But B was right between them, and he just got full blown. Oh, but definitely, if you love military books, especially Afghanistan, Iraq, anything like that, definitely check out The Shot. I haven't got it yet. I'm definitely gonna order it soon, probably right when I get paid next. Or I could get the audiobook actually. Well, not yet, but soon. My point comes on the 13th. But definitely check him out. He was a fucking, oh my God, I could never praise this man more because this guy, he was a great commander, great sergeant, great squad leader. Fucking love the dude. I wasn't the greatest fucking Marine, but dude, I loved him. And him and Ponce were my the people I praise the most. Ponce is my team leader. Fucking loved him. And B was our squad leader, and he was fucking awesome. So shout out to him. Check out his book, The Shot. I will be getting his book soon, and I will be reviewing it. I'm hoping after I review it, I'm actually going to try to talk to him, see if I can get him on the channel and talk about the book. I think that would be fantastic. And just sit down with him and actually talk about like what happened in that thing, and be like, dude, you know, shit happens. And fucking, he was a badass fucking dude. So,
You still talk to him?
huh? Yeah, I talked to him on Facebook. He's still living down there in North Carolina, around Jacksonville area. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Is he still a Marine?
No, he got he got discharged after the injury, but I think he's been fighting with them about it. But yeah, he's an awesome fucking dude. Definitely check him out. There's an Audible sample you can watch. You got hardcover, Kindle, audiobook. So yeah. I think how much is $25.15? Yeah, $25.15 for the hardcover. So yeah, how many pages is it? Does it say? I don't know how big it is. It's probably not a huge book because it is just a. Yeah, this was a sniper too. It was a sniper that almost got him.
Is it the same sniper that got your buddy?
No, that was a different day. No, yeah, fucking Dunn. Yeah, Dunn was such a good kid. Fuck, I hate that sniper. That was a Chestian sniper too that got him. Fucking, he was a merc that was paid to fucking fight us. And yeah, didn't get to use that money though. We dropped about 400 or 500 pound bombs on his ass. Fucking buried him. It's great. We definitely got paid him back though.
It sucks that you guys didn't see him on like the radar or whatever before. I don't know if you guys used like a radar or something
What?
to help watch for like snipers and stuff.
No, it wasn't radar. We had a sniper team of ourselves, and they pretty much, we didn't even know he was a sniper until the Taliban screwed up, because what they were doing was they were firing, and as they were firing, like they were constant firing, he would fire when they were firing, so it masked his one shot. And then after a couple of those, like, because they were just like, it was like they were shooting up in the air or something. They were shooting at random something, and we were like, what the hell are they shooting at? And then like one dude would drop, and we're like, what the fuck? And then we realized it because the Taliban stopped firing at one point, and then he took a shot. And when you hear that boom, there's that one single shot, you know it's a sniper. So we're like, fuck, sniper! We all fucking got to cover. And what happened was he was
Luckily, you didn't get more people.
Well, yeah, we were lucky. What happened was after that, we realized it was sniper. Our sniper team was nearby, so our sniper team went into the area and was scouting for him. And they were triangling his position, but they figured out he was in one of these 4 buildings in this like one small area. And they're like, they don't know which building he's in, and we're all getting ready to go in. B, fucking, this is why I love B. B was like, hey, wait a minute, hey, Lieutenant. He's like, didn't we have aerial support today? And they're like, oh yeah, we do. Oh shit, we do have aerial support. And so they're like, hey, we radio it in. And they were like, hey, you know, what do we have access to? And they're like, well, we have a couple of 500-pound bombs we could, you know, throw their way. And they're like, all right, do that. So we're like, all right, everybody retreat. So we all pulled back. And like, you know, we cut him off. So we made sure he was stuck in the, you know, those 4 buildings. And we all moved back. And then all of a sudden you see this fucking big ass plane, and you go, fucking drop the buildings on him. And that dude knew he was fucking, he had to know he was fucking dead, because he probably knew he was stuck because he couldn't get out, because our sniper and us were surrounding the whole area. So there's no way he was getting out of there. And then he's probably, as soon as he heard those bombs fall, he probably knew he was fucked. and we buried him. And then we went in and we that's how we found out he was a Chesnian sniper. Is we uncovered, we had to go through the rubble and we found him. Yep, Chesnian sniper, fucking Merc, paid by the Taliban to kill Americans. It was good. He was a good sniper. I'm not gonna, he was a good enemy, but fuck that dude. He killed a good kid, really good kid.
Yeah, that's messed up, man.
Yeah, this is this book's about not just what happened to him in the war, like what's happening to him afterwards, and what he has to fight through and stuff like that. So it's definitely a good read if anybody was really looking into that. So out there, check it out. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna put this on Twitter so people can know. Yeah, so definitely check it out. And I hope you guys enjoy. We've been going on for 2 hours and 16 minutes. Nice. It's like one of the longest streams we've had, but we had a good conversation. We really freaking House of Dragon was a good convo. I can't tomorrow. We definitely, if we have time.
Yeah, we need to.
Time.
I need to try and watch it tomorrow night.
Okay. Yeah, try to watch it tomorrow night. If you can't, then let me know.
Football. That's why I usually do Sundays. But
football. Who cares about football?
I like football, man.
Yeah, you get paid too much.
No, not me.
Yes, it is.
I disagree. I think the owners get paid way too much.
I think they all get paid too much because all you do is you pick up a ball and run down the field. You know how much I did that? I did that in real life, but with gunfire and explosives.
No, I know.
And I got paid less than
military
minimum
doesn't
wage.
get. Military is fucking that shit's way paid low.
Well, the infantry, they get a huge fucking, like, what's funny was when you're like billions and billions and trillions of dollars go into the military, but like the actual guys that they do the fighting get like shit pay.
I know. Sucks. It's so stupid.
But they're like, hey, we got like 20,000 missiles now we bought. And you're like, are you going to use those? No, probably not. Are they going to stay in some warehouse? Probably. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's nice. Are you going to replace my weapon? Are you going to upgrade my M16 to a M4 or something cooler? No, because it's been around since Vietnam. It says it. Are you going to hand me MREs from a box that literally
better
have
than the AK-40s, 47.
MREs? Don't get me wrong, MREs last forever, but there were times we got like boxes, and like on the box would have like the date it was created. It was like Vietnam era. So like this MRE was put together in fucking blah blah like 1860 fucking something or something, whatever. And I was like, this is older than my grandpa. Like, come on. Like, Jesus. I'm gonna put that on my wish list, or I'll put that in my cart.
Oh, the book.
Yeah, we get the hardcover. Add that to cart so that when we get paid, I can get it. $112. Oh, gift card. I was like, wait, what? How much is this? It's $37, but it's like if you add a $150 gift card, you save. Like, not really. Oh my God. I gotta think of what I want to do for Halloween this year. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'm not dressed up for Halloween this year. Let's see if my book's done anything yet. Do I got any reviews yet? Please got a review. No reviews yet. 0. Yeah. Nah. Oh, sucks. Review my book, people. Get it and review it, please. Those have got it. Please, if you read it, you like it, please review it. If you just bought it just because I get it, please read it. Like I have some guys that like who bought my book were like, I'm like, hey, you read my book? Oh no, I haven't read it yet. I'm like, it's been like a month since you bought it, dude. Are you gonna read it? He's like, yeah, when I've got time. I'm like, oh, I said that too, and I feel bad because I got Kai's book up there, and I only got like 50 to 60%, maybe more of it, and it's been a while since I've got it, and I haven't finished it yet. So I am sorry, Kai. I love you, man. I will finish your book. I will get a review out for it, and I'm sorry that I haven't. But it's good so far. The book is fucking great. So, I know I've already reviewed a bunch of other books, but it's because I got the audiobooks, and I just listen to the audiobooks. And yeah, I definitely got to get an audiobook of my book done, and I got to get more stuff. 506 pages. Yeah, our book's huge.
Yeah, our book is massive.
But yeah, I can't wait to. I can't wait to start the second book. We need to go over that one of these days and like figure out how we want to start the second book.
Yeah, we do.
Because I got the general idea. I just want to. I got to talk to Dad still about like timelines and stuff or certain things, events. That way I can kind of put the right timeline in the book to where I want it. So it says I only have 2 left in stock, more on the way. That's because the way that the Drafted Digital is, they get from Drafted Digital and then they put only so much up. But if it starts to sell a lot, they get more and more books as it sells more and more. So buy more books. Please. If anybody's watching this video later on and knows a good book reviewer, let me know. Send me these digits because I will get a hold of them and I will get them a book if they will review my book. I talked to a couple and one of them said, one I know, Miss Martin uses. I talked to, and she said that fortunately for her, she's way too busy and has way too much stuff already to do it. And I was like, don't tell me that. I'm fine. I'm sorry. I would love to get on with Shadowversity one of these days. I hope one of these days I can get a hold of him because fortunately his Twitter's like can't message him on Twitter because it's like, so I guess I could email him. I could probably try to see if I can email him. I'll be quiet, growling all the time. Jesus. Maybe get a hold of him and figure out if we can do a live stream one day. Just talk. I just want to talk with other writers. I've been trying to set it up with what's his name? God, I think names today have really been bugging me. Why I can't freaking remember shit today? I don't understand. Storyman Jack. There we go. Storyman Jack. I've been trying. Unfortunately had an event that happened to his wife who lost some reason after like 10 years. They went on vacation. When they returned, their job let her go after like 10 or 15 years or something like that of like working there. And so he's had to pick up some extra job. He's working 2 jobs now. So he hasn't been able to really do much. And so that kind of ruined the whole. I was trying to like work out with him where we could do a live stream together. That shit sucks, man. I've seen it happen before. It's shit. So if you watch this, dude, shout out to him, man. Just give him a follow. Storyman Jack. He does some good streams where he talks about he has his own books. He does like little short stories that he releases on his channel in voice. So he's really good. Some of these got like westerns, sci-fi, all kinds of stuff on there. So definitely give him a freaking subscription. Yeah, Storyman Jack, he's a good guy. Him and Script Doctor, I would love to talk to him about like world building. I just want to talk with other writers about world building and get like talk shop and how they're doing and how they got their book out and was their first book as as big as they wanted or is it not? Kai, I need to talk with him too. I would like to get him and Storyman Jack and Shadowversity and a bunch of us all together and just be like talk about our stories, talk about our books, talk about how it came, how we promoted, how we're doing. Give us advice. Like Shadowversity, he killed it with his this is his latest book that actually did really well because he had a couple books he released that really didn't go anywhere. But he said that he did this one and it fucking just took off. So you never know. You never know. So
no.
I would love to pick his brain. That I would love to do. I would love to, how he, how he's doing, and he's killing it with his freaking graphic novel. So that's good. But I think we'll wrap it up here pretty much. We talked about everything we really wanted to talk about.
Yeah, hopefully we can go live tomorrow after we both watch or we won't be able to do that live, but we could. I wonder if we could watch it together.
We could do that, yeah.
And try to see if we can figure out a way to watch it together.
Yeah. Oh,
that'd be
dude,
fun.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the new episodes. Freaking tomorrow.
I hope that if they're bringing in new actors and actresses again, I hope it's gonna be good.
Well, it's like the kid. Yeah, it's gonna be new ones because they have to grow. They're growing. So. Yeah. Hopefully they do a good job. The females did it. I was really worried
if they do really good. If they do a really good job at a third one, like there'd be 3 actors changes in one season.
Well, it's really more than that because the kids are growing up, so it's got to be all the kids. So it's not just 3 actors.
No, I'm not saying that though. I'm saying like actors and actress changes over a time period.
Oh yeah,
of
one season. Yeah.
That and they do really well. I think that'd be like the first time that's ever happened.
It's
changing like all the main people and everything.
Yeah, well, it's the writing that's really so good in the show. That's why writers in film and television stuff have to be
the actors and actresses have to be good too.
Well, yeah, they had to like play the part, but they had to be written well too. That's the main thing with Rings of Power is the writers are such shit because I don't know. These actresses and actors could probably do a good job. The problem is they're written like trash. They have nothing to work with. And they're told a lot of them are told how to act. You got your director standing there probably telling fucking chick who played Galadriel to be like, don't ever smile. Don't ever do this. You got to be stone-faced bitch looking your entire fucking show. And she's written like that. And it's like, oh, God, it's fucking horrible. Because she might be a good actress. You just don't. This isn't doing them any favors. This is like Star Wars, the sequel trilogy did to all those actors and actors because they might have been good. Ripley or what's her name? It's something Ripley, I think is her name, who played freaking whatever. I don't even care anymore. Rey, yeah, played Rey. She might have been a good actress. The problem is the writing. And the people behind the scenes, the ones who shit all over. And then they had freaking John Boyega, which I think would have done a great job. And they turned him into like a simp little bitch. The guy who played, what was his name in the movie? He played the black guy, the black stormtrooper.
Oh.
And then the whole movie he was just like, Ray! And he's like a fucking dude just chasing after a little white girl. And it's like, but he had the best arc in at least he had the best arc in The Force Awakens. And they could have done like actually a decent job if he became a Jedi. But then also they're just like, nah, he was a janitor. It's like, what the fuck? You turn him into a fucking janitor. And like, you gotta be kidding me. It's sad. But it's, it's shit happens and it's just fucking stupid. But yeah, we're going to call it there. We're going to enjoy it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thanks for watching. And if you watch later on, or if you get to, jump on in and watch the replay, thank you again. Please, for the last time, please buy my book. Don't want to beg or anything, but
well, I kind of want
check out the book. Leave a review if you bought it. Please, it really would help. And those are guys I know who got my book. I'm waiting for my reviews, dude. Culture, I'm watching you, buddy. I'm watching you. If you're not gonna leave, I don't even care about a video review. Leave a review on Amazon. For God's sake, please. And give me your fucking address, dude. Kidding. I love you, Culture. I'll see you tomorrow on your stream. Because I always stream with you every Sunday. But dude, it's been like a month now, and your book is still signed sitting back here. Because you're like, I'll get you my PO box as soon as I get it set up. Well, come on, dude. I got Gary's already out, gone, long, like 3 weeks ago. So come on. I'm waiting for you, buddy. Supposed to be, I need to sit down and talk to him about that video, that promotional video, and see if he's still willing to do it. Because if he's not, then screw it. I'll figure out some other way to get it done. But if he still wants to help me get that done, then love Culture. Culture Casino, you're a bomb. But all right, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, but good to each other. Wipe your ass. And see you next time in the Mr. Origins. Peace.